respects to the people's champion. My speak universal. Maybe just not in your circle, you can say my flow Mandarin. I ain't from them industry farms where you got plucked like a mandolin. Whose man's is this? Let an algorithm say what kind of man you is. Rely on AI, but won't work on how you handle shit. That ain't the answer, kid. I push the lines, they shit sound like risk management. I like my privilege and I never once complained about my disadvantages. And I won't, just don't act like I was handed shit in this game. When to this day they try and block my shine cause of insecurities they ain't abandoning. I'm a truth that you know but you ain't accepted yet. Come back to me when you ready to discuss how I'm actually the best. You couldn't fuck with me and all that apathy's just distrust to the size of your nuts. Yeah. Retaining all this wisdom, I think that kid they think of wisdom. I ain't impressed with dudes, and that ain't rude, I'm just frank. Words to the fur I just threw in the fire to bake. Cause I'm retiring, lying and hiding and flying for sake of disguising your lack of a basic desire to think. It's Mr. Call it what it is, I run and hide. They don't want to stand next to me, I wonder why. Nothing reveal the truth more than a fucking lie, and vice versa. That's why they don't want none without the bags in my sight. Word to the bags under mine, so I'm up in mine. Cause it's cold out here, and shit starting to get darker like it's late autumn. Don't call me for a versus battle unless it's James Baldwin. I'm on do not disturb in case fake calling. I don't wanna know, I'm trying to live for now. Student of the game, but I'm principal. Since I was a little child, always had ambitious style. Yeah, so just embrace me, dog, stop it. I birthed a lot of rappers, even if they look adopted. Spend all day reading comments and then wonder where the calm went. When dudes faking, tell them yeah, word, let a convent. I learned that when I was hooping up our convent. Let them judge you, just don't get held by what a content with, cause they will. See, I'm different, they feel. The shit I spit from Brazil to up in them LA hills. Dudes hear the kid and they chill. Start amending they wills, pretend offended, they bills. Depend on who they say they ain't. Come around like they angels and try to play the angles. Offer value exchanges and then they never pay you. So this year, I had to get some people off the back of me. Can't hold it down for everyone. Oh, I ain't gravity. I've been in the cut getting stronger like an infection. They've been moving back, space getting longer like a reflection. Ironic they can't see their own. Feel like the most loved dude ever who was destined to be alone. Yeah. Listen to my motherfucking album, man. Stop playing with me. I'm supposed to be the franchise artist, and we ain't here talking about rapping, man. Rap. Oh my God. A lot of y'all just want some shit to critique. But your ass can't listen in the midst of a speech. As long as the cool table still got limited seats, and you try and argue your way and you'll be sitting with sheep. Yeah, we so quick to just speak, addicted to peaks, but life lived in the middle is sweet. Chasing highs, avoiding lows, never time to even learn. Usually ones getting louder, don't even believe their words. I'm from New York, we was taught not to feed the birds, but ain't a hungry pigeon in sight these days. Politely, hey, this shit we giving hype be fake. I wonder a lot of days what good is progression if it's all built on lies. Lost our ability to evaluate, need to recalibrate. I read your little tweets, I think your passion fake. Everyone want eat, but it's rare that they want have the stakes that I have embraced. Man, have a plate. Or keep acting like this shit don't matter. Acting like we ain't the blueprint for the kids going after. Acting like we ain't the ones who made it cool to not know and not try and not grow. As long as you got hoes, right? I feel responsibility to declare you flopping. And I do my duty free like airport shopping. Won't take the culture name in vain. You a junkie, dudes just won't be liked, even if that means they won't be wrong. Claim they cold, but that's fear. They present the same, shivering, covering up, unrelenting games. Yeah. They want the fame, they don't want the pain. They wanna be Marlon, they don't want work at the other name. Mission to avoid the cubicle, turn to a calling. I ball and I'm musical, Esperanza Spalding. Yeah. I'm the best out, debate your mother. She probably saw me on MSNBC and loved it. I'd rather have these dialogues within the culture, but this payola these days is undercover. I guess it ain't payola when it's just the whole structure. Like the same thing on the table is somehow better than under. I shout shit they ain't got the balls to utter. Appalled, disgusted how I live. I don't know how you ain't. The money's there, but the value ain't. I run circles round you dudes till I'm out of shape. Yeah. So fuck you and your little pouty face. No one ever cared about mine. I had to prove I wasn't pussy every day my whole life. If they look at me like a trust fund, baby, one more time, I might slap the shit out your face. Open hands so you overstand. You ain't worth the risk of a broken hand. Only spend time with my people, really know the plan. You just fear this lion, cause all you know is lamb. And that ain't halal, brother. That ain't halal, brother. I'm talking to the God.
Yo, what's going on tonight, guys? Hello. Today's gonna be the realistic stream. You know what? I would like to be the person who logs on in the red. We got stopped out of Litecoin. We got stopped out of Ethereum. Right before I hopped on Livestream, my intention was to take this trade, hop on Livestream for the people that are in the group and stuff like that if they wanted to take me with me, but we're kind of already past the point of entry by the time I hopped on. And that coin was sushi. You know, we love trading some sushi around here. A little sushi boy. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to make sure. Okay, cool. And we'll put that over there. And we'll put this over here. I'm I haven't had any problems like getting kicked off Livestream playing carbon based. But it does pop up that message of, hey, we're going to end your stream if you don't stop playing copyrighted music. So I'm going to continue until I know you can't see me. I know you can't see me. All right? I know you want to see me. I'm very seeable. All right, as they put. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to set up. We got this. We got this. Bobby Cost, don't fuck with me today. Don't fuck with me today. All right. I'm going to put that at like 39. All right, we should be good to go. Howdy doody. How you guys doing? So, currently, I'm in a sushi long, and I took it 1, because we had a setup, and 2, if we do have the chance to make a hedge position with another good trade also being in profit, I'll take it. So at the moment, we are in a sushi long. Let me go ahead and show you what that's off of. Now, I will be waiting for a re-entry on Ethereum based off of a little bit of a higher entry. Ethereum over the past couple of days, luckily I haven't been really caught up in the mess. I've gotten stopped out, I want to say 2 to 3 times on Ethereum, but I haven't really got stuck with anything. In terms of like, I'm sure there's some extra stops here that might have gotten hit if we were playing off of this setup strictly. All right, so I'm going for a little bit of a bigger ABC setup now, just because there is the availability. We can see we have uptrend, a little bit of a rocky road, downtrend, a little bit of rocky road, but we can see that clear separation of trend, which is what we want to see. All right, but the sushi setup was based off of this. All right, so obviously we have the larger setup from the other day, which is kind of what I'm targeting, to be honest with you. This is for later. I want to kind of incorporate that. So I mean, if we were to throw in a target here, I am targeting $8.78. All right, that is going to be my target. So if we hit that, we walk away with 1,025. With the account currently sitting the way it is, which is probably the equity realistic with the unrealized here is probably somewhere around like 15,800, maybe a little bit less. We would be closer to 17,000. So once again, you would like to win every single trade. That's how we make the most money, but that's not realistic trading. So if we hit that, walk with $1,100 profit. If we lose, we lose 125. So a little bit more than 100. So I would say close to a 10. I would say like 9.5 based off of those right there. It says 11.49. If we were to get an entry from here, we're not getting an entry from here. So this is the setup I'm playing, but I'm using this right here as an entry. We have an A, we have a B, and we put in a lower low. We are currently holding above the A, pumping as we speak. All right, so that's where I got my entry from. And then that's what I'm targeting and what bigger setup. So I'm using the larger ABC as the target, smaller ABC as entry. Hey. Fish acting up already. So it's kind of the ley lines of what we got going on today. I doubt by the end of tonight that we're going to hit that target, but obviously, son of a bitch, Soul, out of all coins, all right? I took profit on Soul the other day. Didn't make profit, but we definitely didn't lose a whole lot. I think at the beginning of the day, we lost $800 trying to get an entry. By the end of the day, when we took profits, I think we were down $300 out of the whole thing. So we lost $300. If I would have, like, once again, I should have held on to it. And that's the thing. That's why we say it with me. Never go full Kelly. We're fallible humans. All right. The market was kind of like in a weird spot. So I really didn't want to take the chance, especially with an asset such as Soul. But if I would have held on to it, I think we would have been pretty much break even, if not just a little bit in profit. So once again, goes to show, it's not necessarily like my strategy is the best. It's just plan the trade the plan. That's all we got to say. So that's pretty much it. In terms of if I'm going to get back into a trade, that is to be determined by price action. All right. Like I said, on Ethereum, if we do happen to get back below that level, or if we do happen to put in a higher high on the macro side of things and then come back below, I can enter that short. And where we're sitting here, this is a no trade area. Short here. If we put in a higher high and come back below this line, short there. Other than that, there's nothing to do here. There's absolutely nothing to do. You got wrecked? How'd you get wrecked? Have you been trading? Have you been watching my live stream the past couple of days? Because if you listened a little bit, I think you should be fine. LTC now. LTC, yeah, we got a setup forming. Like I said yesterday, this was the original setup that I was playing. The only other place I can short from is this level. If we get back below that level, I can go short again. But past that point, if this does not work, there's no other place to short. I'm not going to be going long. Don't even start with that mess, all right? This is one of the setups though. So I'm going to go ahead and add a alert to that level, letting me know when we get back below it. And I am going to go and set up a conditional as well, because I'm not too fast when it comes to stuff like that. Let's go set up a conditional real quick. Conditional on LTC. All right. Got uptrend. Don't be. A lot of coins probably got setups right now. Pick your coins. If you want to take the setup, take the setup. I don't want to take too many coins and run myself dry. You know what I'm saying? 141.89. Uh, 141. 9. Okay, 70 is about right. Short that. Okay, so if we get back down below that level, that short's going to reopen. And then we'll set up a short on Ethereum. Ethereum, I would presume, is going to put in a higher high. All right. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm not going to set up a conditional because we're already too far away from that for me to comfortably say that that's going to be an actual entry. Can you explain how you identify a full A wave? You drew some A waves on the previous stream, but price went up and down within. That will happen. It's never a straight line, buddy. So like I'm calling this an A wave. Now within that A wave, we can see an A and a B and a C. All right. It's always multiples of 3. So usually when you spot a large trend, there is going to be 3 trends within that large trend. And then there's going to be 3 trends within this trend, 3 trends within this trend, 3 trends within this trend. So you have 1 large trend, 3 medium trends, 9 micro trends, and then you got what? What's the math on that? 3, 6, 9, 18, 36. You got 36 sub-micro trends. I don't know how more clear you wanted me to be. It's not as simple as there's a straight line here, straight line there. All right. Everybody's going, but it's subjective. It's subjective. Yes, it is subjective, and that's what makes me make money when some other people fail. All right. You got to practice looking at these trends in order to spot the setups. All right, no easy answer. How's your digestive system, Kite? If you need more regular, I recommend papaya. It's pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. How's Dot looking? It's got a nice little ABC. 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 Joe Kite, you had a coat today? Yeah, I did. Don't even stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't start with the H bar. All right, I'll look at Dot. All right. If I can't check it on Bybit, don't even ask. All right. I'm sitting here teaching you how I look at charts and how I find positions. You better be damn straight you can do the same thing. Ain't no excuses. Kite, can you explain the difference between 5-wave and ABC setup? You can look at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an ABC. All right. 1, 2, and 3 are in an uptrend. 4 breaks the uptrend. And 5 retests the uptrend. All right. So, once again, my whole thing is simplify, simplify, simplify. Just got a system error on Bybit. Try refreshing. How can we get the top of the C wave? Be a crackhead if you're playing on medium time frames. All right. If you're playing a micro trend, not a micro trend, but a macro trend. All right. First off, there's a little bit of luck involved. All right. You're not going to get the top of the C, but you can if you pay attention. All right. So take this trend, for example. We can see an A, we can see a B, and we can see the top of the C was here. If you look at that C wave, what do you see? You see an uptrend that cuts into a downtrend that cuts into an uptrend. So, are you going to get the tippy top? No, you're not, but you're going to get very damn close. And now, since you're tracking the macro structure and you're using the theoretical top of the C, you can now take all 3 trends involved, target between the 0.5 and the 0.382, take your profit. All right. Now, I would really like your guys' help. All right. I really would. All right. If you guys could either use this website or another website or track it on a spreadsheet, I don't care. All right. Anybody that is playing ABC setups, all right, can you please keep track of your trades and every 50 to 100 trades or so? And I'm not saying like ABC setups, like every 100 ABC setups, but like every 50 entries. So I lost this trade. These trades are still open. All right. Can you send me that data? Because the more points I have, all right, I can kind of, like we were talking about the other day, I'm going to try to be putting in a little bit more work over the next couple of months. Not only to make sure that from like a YouTube legitimacy perspective, I have that, but as well as that for my fat wallet, I need it as well. All right. If we can figure out the exact percentage that we are winning, all right, with these ABC setups, we can find out what is the safest percentage to use. Because right now I'm using 0.25%. All right. I'm making good money with it, but at the same time, I could be using more if we can find out without a matter of doubt that we have, say, a 22% win ratio. All right. So if you guys are trading with the ABC method, all right, now we're fallible humans, so everyone's going to have different stuff. We could all be trading the same exact setups, but some people might make mistakes. Just please be honest. All right. That's the only thing I want. I don't want anybody kind of like saying, oh, this is a wonderful win rate, I'm winning 90% of the time. Be honest. If you're losing 4 times on an ABC, but you win the 5th, please mark that down. Anybody that, would like to participate in this, because once again, me as a person over the next 2 months, I might be able to do 300 entries. All right. If 10 more people join me on this, that'll be 3,000 entries that we can really use as data points. And we can say, okay, we're winning 19% of the time. And the average of all 3,000 trades is a 18, not 18, but like a 8 risk reward ratio. That's what we want. Because then not only does that benefit me, benefits you guys if you guys are wanting to follow along with this method. Because now you guys can take the data that we collected and you can use it to find out how much money can you realistically make. Because right now I'm using around 0.5% at most on the account. So like right now the account's sitting at roughly $40,000. And let's say that we are making an 8-to-1 R&R and we're winning 16% of the time. If I use 0.5% over the course of 250 entries, oh Jesus, that's not good. Was that bad luck? Hold on, I got to do that again. Oh no, I didn't clear it last time. All right. I was like, Jesus. That is a little bit like 25% right there. All right, so 16% win ratio with an 8-to-1 R&R on average is pretty damn good. I just want to find out exactly, because that's using 0.5% risk. If we can find out without, like I said, without a shred of doubt that we have a 16% win ratio with an 8-to-1 odds, what's full Kelly? 0.16 with 8-to-1 odds. Full Kelly is calling for 5.5%. So in a theoretical world, we could even use 2.25% on the accounts. Go half Kelly, and you can see that as some fat profit over the course of 750 entries. All right, so I would really like your guys' help on that. Like I said, this is the website that I'm using for it. This is called tradersync.com. You can sign up. It is paid. All right. But once again, if you're using this website as a catalyst to find out these statistics in order to make sure that you can maximize profits in trading, I think the $10 a month is absolutely fine. I don't know if I can get a promo code or anything for you guys. I don't think I can. I bought the yearly subscription for $400 today because so here's like this is what I'm doing. Do I think this website is necessarily worth $400 a year? No. All right. But I know myself as a person. All right. I'm not the type of person to sit here and track every single trade. So, once again, to combat the monkey brain, I spend a little bit more money than I would like to and it gives me incentive to continue using this. The website's great. I like Trading Sync. I've used it in the past. The layout's a little bit iffy when you first get started. You don't know really where to go, but it's intuitive. You'll figure it out. So that's kind of like my perspective. I'm not saying go spend $400 on it. I'm just saying, that's my perspective on why I did. These are the first couple of trades. I added the sushi trade, and I'm being meticulous with this. I want to make sure the one thing that on your wins, make sure that you somewhere in the notes or something write down what was the R&R, how much were you risking, or how much did you make divided by what you were risking. Write down that R&R. Because the average R&R is very, very important too. I wish there's an easier way to calculate that besides going through and doing every single one. But I created a setup. You can create like your own setups. And bullish ABC. I took a picture of the setup. All right, so that later, this is what you should do. All right, I'm setting a good example here. All right. And obviously, if I mark this as a win, right now I have a 0% win ratio. But if I mark these two as a win, it would go up to a 50%, which I presume we're going to lose this one right here. But sushi looks like it should win if everything starts to take off here. Now, don't here's the thing, guys. If you guys have small accounts, this can help everybody. Like I said, if we can find out what is the maximum percentage to use, all right, and you guys have a $1,000 portfolio, I can, me as a YouTuber, all right, that is promoting the trading lifestyle from a morality perspective, I cannot tell you guys, hey, go use 5% of on your portfolio. I can't do that. But if I can find out over the course of 3,000 data points that this strategy has a 16% win ratio, and it is consistently hitting at minimum an 8-to-1 R&R, that is where I can say, hey, this is a safe risk to use. I would still always say below that, but it's a safe risk to use. So if you got $1,000 and we can figure this out and make sure that we are doing it correctly, and you can use 2.25% over the course of let's say a year, you can put in 600 entries. You can turn 1,000 into 22K. All right. Now, the way that I'm telling you right now, all right, I'm using 0.25 to 0.5% risk because I want to make sure that without the data, I'm at least I know I'm safe without a doubt. All right. I did 25% instead of 0.25%. Never go above Kelly. All right. There we go. No, not 25%. There we go. So right now, with 0.25% risk, over the course of half a year, you are only going to make 50% to your portfolio, which is fantastic. Like I said, if that's all we get, that's all we get. But if we can use 2% risk safely at half Kelly with thousands of data points, that makes such a substantial difference. It's not even funny. You go from making $500 a half a year to making $51,000. So I would like your guys' help with this. Obviously, it's not for everybody. But I feel like if I'm doing it by myself and I have the availability to reach out to people like you guys and have the help, I'm just stupid at that point. Because even if 5 of you guys from the chat over the course of the next couple of months send me this data, that helps so much it's not even funny. But I did want to. The reason why I have Trader Tom's live stream up is because I was just having it on in the background, and you guys can hear the similarities in what's about to happen.
It's incredible how many people are asking me questions like, can you teach how to backtest strategy and put in as a percentage-wise data? Can you tell some basic of it? No, you gotta get off your ass and do these things yourself. You seem to think that you can just ask the questions and then get spoon-fed. You gotta take the first step yourself first.
Sound like anybody we know. And like, I didn't even like have that happen. Like, I didn't see that and then act that way yesterday. It's like the universe just sends me that dude's stuff just to like know that there's somebody out there that's going through the same pain. That's really what it is. The website that I'm using is Trader Sync. I'm sure there's other websites out there that says paid. There is a 7-day free trial though. So I mean, even if you're just tracking 7 days worth of trades and you guys send that data my way, it does help me. But like, let me walk you guys through, like how I would do this. All right. Cause it is a little bit weird. You guys got to do some math, and that's where like it comes into play. Like, if you're lazy, it's not going to work because it's a little bit of work to punch these numbers in. So like LTC, for example, like let's say that we entered, the next LTC setup. All right, so like let's say that we entered short right here based off of this line. So first off, when I identify the setup, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit Windows key Shift S. I'm going to take a snapshot of that setup, and then I'm going to save it to a folder called Trade Setups. All right, just so that when we go to the website, we can actually punch that in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the top right. We're going to hit Add Trade. All right, and then we're going to select, this is a crypto market. This is my main portfolio. All right, and we are trading LTC USDT right there. And we are selling, right? Sell equals short, buy equals long. All right, today's date when we take the trade, the time that we took the trade, that's not necessarily important as long as it's relative to the time the trade setup was there. All right, so now we go ahead and we go, all right, when we enter LTC, we are entering with a quantity of 70 LTC. So right here where it says share slash contracts, all right, I'm entering with the equivalent of 70 LTC. All right, at a price of $141.89. All right, don't worry about commission. It's not large enough for you to take note of it. Obviously, over the course of thousands of trades, it's going to be a couple bucks, but it's not going to be anything to really get your panties in a twist. All right, so now that's going to apply that to your dashboard here. Your dashboard obviously gives you some fast statistics. Obviously, this is not filled out enough to have any of this really like nice and shiny. But all right, we go right here. This is the LTC USDT trade, and let's say that the trade works out. Let's say that we go ahead and enter short off of this, and let's say that we're targeting. Let's say that we're targeting this local low here. All right, because once again, if I do think if this is going to come down, I'm not necessarily looking for the 0.32 to 0.5, just because of the way the market's shaping up. People go, how do you know that? It just comes with time. All right, and also I'm just being safe. That's all it is. So we're going to go ahead, and this with the $128.93 is going to be my take profit. So let's hypothetically say that the take profit gets hit. All right, so we go over here. We click on the LTC to USDT trade. Here we can fill out some stuff. All right, we can go ahead, click on the setup. You can see right here, very simplistic. I have bearish ABC and bullish ABC. So we're going to select the setup as a bearish ABC, click add image, and we are going to select the LTC setup. All right. And then that way later on, we can say, okay, this is what it looked like. All right. And once again, like that, if you don't have like a really good eidetic memory, going back and looking at past bearish ABCs, seeing like how large they are, did they work out? Stuff like that could be very, very useful. And you can put in your target here, your stop loss and everything like that. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I think I'm just going to be focusing on where I got in, where I exited, whether it was a loss or a win. So let's say hypothetically that this was a win, all right? So if I'm selling short, all right, the take profit is buying back. So we're going to hit buy, crypto. We're going to go over here and say that this trade worked out in an hour. So it's 19. So we're going to go to 20. All right. It just has to be, chronological. And we bought 70, we sold 70 and we're going to buy back 70. All right. And we entered our short at $141. We're going to exit at $129.81. All right. And then you don't have to worry about commission. You don't have to worry about fees. And then you're going to hit this little add new order button right here. Boom. All right. You can see up here in just a second, it switches it from an open trade to a win. The net return was $845. All right. And then you're going to take note of that. All right. We made $845. But if we would have lost the trade, we would have lost 106. All right. And then you would go calculator. All right. $845 divided by 106 equals 7.97. So we're going to go over here and we're going to go to the notes and say R&R 7.8. What was it? 7.97. All right. And then that's it. That's all you got to do. If you can do that for me, I would highly appreciate it. All right. Because, like I said, it's just a matter of, together monkey strong. How's everything doing? Sushi's up. So, if you guys can add me on Discord. I just got rid of that. That's unfortunate because I should have kept it open. Dumb. I'm gonna do it again for everybody that missed it, I guess then. But yeah, I would highly appreciate it. Helps me, helps you. It helps me be a better YouTuber because one of the things that I do have a problem with when it comes to talking about just trading in general, I've done this from a trial and error perspective. I've seen my money on my account consistently go up over the past 6 months to a year. All right. So I know it works and I've always been using low risk, but I would really like to maximize profits. And as well as that, I can if someone asks me, does this work? I can show them, I can show them the results. And that's very, very important to me. Is your money on your mind, Kite? I got money on my mind. Actually, money should not be on my mind. All right, at the moment, I probably got to figure out how to make sure the money's not going to put me in prison before I start making more of it. That's the truth of it. All right, so once again, if you want to add a trade, you can either go up here to the top right, or you can go down here and click. You can import trades if you got a CSV, or you can do manual entry. Add trade, crypto market, my portfolio, LTC, USDT. All right. And we're using, did we get entered? We did. Now, so we're using 70 LTC. So we're selling 70 LTC at a price of $141.89. All right, and we hit save. That's all. That's all we have to do to start with. Once again, I would really like you, the more detailed you guys can be with me, the better. So, like I said, you can go to, where is it at? If you click on the settings cog down here and you go to setup/mistakes, you can add setups or add mistakes, all right, that you can attach to the trades. So right here, we're entering a bearish ABC setup. We took a picture of it. And now that's it. We just wait to see if it either works or it doesn't work. Now, I would obviously, I'm not gonna micromanage this. This is a community project. Add me on Discord, capital K, lowercase ITE. So just kite with a capital K. Hashtag 2136. All right. When you get a good collection of data points, send it my way. I highly appreciate it. Yeah. And hopefully, because of what we're doing here and getting a bunch of people to do it, hopefully this happens a lot quicker. Because I was, obviously I was realistically, this was going to take months. But maybe over the course of 3,000 data. Now, here's the thing. We're collecting these data points, but theoretically, we're all trading the same setups if we're looking at it from the same perspective. So obviously, as the market goes on in the future, that will kind of also determine, because I think what's really important is not only the amount of data points, but also the course of time, because over the course of the year, the market might be in a different position. It might not be a sideways market. It might be an aggressive bull market, an aggressive bear market, and we will see if those setups still work the same. I'm more than positive they still do. It's just the amount of them, as well as kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? The percentage that works out. That's all it is. So like in a sideways market, this might work 50% of the time. And then in an aggressive bull market, the bullish setups will probably work every single time. The bearish setups probably will work very little. So then in a bull market, this strategy might only work 20% of the time. So now you got 20% and 50%. You got 75, divide by 2. You got 36.25% win ratio over the course of those two markets. And that's what I would gear my statistics towards. So if we target the 0.382, it's still not going to be a bad setup. It's going to be about a 6, 5.5. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to be taking my profits at the 0.382 with that one. Obviously, greed tells me, all right, we could push lower. This local low is probably a good place. But this setup, just from a standard standpoint, is still pretty damn good. So I think I'm just going to take advantage of that. It's about a 5.5. So if we take profit at $134.25, let's see. Let's go ahead and put in that take profit. All right. $134 and how many cents? 134.15. So we're willing to lose what, $100? Yeah, we're willing to lose $102, but we'll make 540, so that's a 5.4 risk to reward ratio. So 5.4 R&R. Yeah, there's probably automated ones, but that's the thing. Like taking a picture of the setup and stuff like that, I think adds to it. I sent out an at everyone in the Discord before like as it started. Yeah. Imagine keeping that long on Soul. I know. It hurts. Hurts so much. Oh, Midan, you're a better man than me. I was done with Soul. With ETH being the way it is, I might try to find one more setup. What about XRP? How's XRP? Ooh. I actually really like that. It would have to go back up a little bit more for me to get an entry, but XRP looks saucy right now. 1%. Even just targeting this setup right here, I think is going to be a decent R&R, actually. Yeah, that's a 10. Oh, please, XRP, go back up. Go back up, XRP. Oh, I've actually been like, I should be paying attention a little bit more to XRP lately. XRP has had some pretty banger setups, I will say. Some pretty banger setups. All right, we would just have to go up a little bit more. Please, don't do this to me. Don't leave the gravy train without me. 0.7555. 0.7555. And then we got what? 10,000? 12,000? 14,000? All right, so roughly around that. 420. 420 for good luck. I'm in LTC right now. And I'm a programmer and I'm making a website that connects to the exchange's API and automatically logs the trades, and you can add info about the trades if you want. Damn, now I would have loved that before I spent $400 on Trading Sync. I like that. I if that later down the line, if you can show me that working, I might switch over to it. It's $400. It's like getting stopped out 4 times. So if I can switch, I'll switch. But like I said, I it's more about the psychology of it. I know for just me as a person, I'm not looking forward to this. I don't like the fun part of trading to me is making money. Obviously, I love to nerd out a lot more than most people, but at the same time, it's I know that if I don't spend the money doing this, I'm not going to have the incentive. And it's a weird thing to say because you go, well, Austin, if you figure this out, you're going to make a lot more money. You got to understand my perspective. I'm already making shit tons of money using good risk management, like using low risk, like super low risk. So I'm like, well, I can just stick to that and still make thousands of dollars a week. All right. But if I can squeeze out, like I said, I'm using around 0.3%. Like it fluctuates between 0.5 and 0.25%. But if I can squeeze out another 1% out of Kelly based off of these statistics, that is so much more money. It's not even funny. And people don't, like people don't think that if I'm risking just that little bit more, I'm going to make an extra $10,000 per trade. I looked into their website. I didn't contact them or anything because I was like, well, if this is going to be the plan, I'm probably going to bring them a good bit of business. I was seeing if they had some sort of like promo code or something that I could give to you guys to save you guys money or something, but I didn't find anything. Like I said, please, please, please make sure that if you are tracking your data, you do so meticulously. I need 100% realistic. All right, because this is a matter of trying to make sure that we are not only being as safe as possible, but we can make as much money as possible. Obviously, never go full Kelly. Like, let's say we get this information and we can use 10% risk. I'm still only going to be using probably half Kelly to a quarter Kelly. I've used Bookmap in the past, but to me, the way that I trade, it doesn't help me at all. It's just extra money out of my pocket every month. You said $10 a month? Yeah, so like on TraderSync, you have the option between paying yearly, which is $40 a month. I bought this one. But you can get monthly. Oh, I didn't really check that. It'll be $30 a month. But I mean, use the free trial. See if you like it. See if this is actually something that you would like to do and help out the community. It's helping yourself, and you're helping me. This is what I like my channel to be about. It's about people coming together and learning new stuff and prospering. That's all it is. So if you're willing to spend the $15 a month or $30 a month, I would highly appreciate it. Like I said, if you want to do this on an Excel spreadsheet, you can do that. I'm just using this website because it's a little bit more. It's a better UI just to use on a daily basis. However you're tracking the data, I don't care. The math is what we're concerned about. How often would you like to get data? Good question, because I don't want my DMs to be flooded. I would say every 50 entries, maybe 100. Every 100 entries. Because that would give me like an easy way to calculate. K&K Dark Horse, what's going on? How you doing? How's the day? So like I said, you know, if we can find out that this has a I have a feeling that it's a decently high risk, win ratio. Like I said, I can't boast until that is mathematically proven through statistics. All right. So, you know, if we're hitting 8-1 odds on average with a 20 R&R, that would be 10% at full Kelly. So even half Kelly would be 5%. Can you briefly go over your risk calculation? What do you mean? All right, so Kelly criterion is a simple mathematical formula to find out what is the maximum percentage of your portfolio that you can bet. And the objective is to make the most amount of money without losing your bankroll. All right. So Kelly is the mathematical formula to find out what is the exact number to sit directly in the middle of the sandwich, make the most amount of money without going bust. All right. So you guys been hear me talk about the past couple of days. Hey, use only 0.25% of your portfolio as risk. All right. The reason why I'm saying that is not because I don't think more risk is appropriate. I don't have the statistics backing up this trading strategy to say using 1%, 2% is going to be good enough to not go bust. Like I said, if we can prove that we have 20% win ratio with 8-1 odds on average over the course of hundreds of thousands of trades, full Kelly would say 10% is safe. Now, I'd probably still only go with about a quarter Kelly, but with this, I would have the confidence to go quarter Kelly. All right, 2.5%. So if we go into like an RNG calculator, all right, because there is a level of RNG to trading as well. All right, let's say that we start with $10,000. We're hitting a consistent 8-1 odds on our trades, and we have a 20% win ratio. So let's say that over the course of 500 entries, right, you're going to walk away with $22,000. You added 120% to your portfolio over the course of 500 entries. If we can use 2.5%, that number goes up astronomically. See what I'm saying? Now we go from, 120% added to your portfolio to $5 million. Now, that's also RNG, all right? If we run this test a couple more times, I don't know if we will hit 5 million every time. All right, that time we hit 21 million. That's what's up. That's what's up. This time we hit 4 million. A lot of money to be made. Obviously, as the account pushes into those upper echelons, you probably should not be using 2.5%. At that point, yeah, drop down your risk a little bit, because at that point you're making so much money per trade, you don't need to use 2.5%. But when your account's down at these levels, it can make the difference substantially. All right? So that's what we're trying to get at here. But we have to be safe about it. If we're not safe about it, we ain't got a leg to stand on. That's the only thing. I'm kind of upset. I'm kind of upset about XRP. All right. I'm gonna see something, all right? This is probably shit. I want to set a good example for you guys, but I'm getting a little bit of FOMO, and we're in that kind of like place where it's like close enough where I could still enter. I've done that before. Like, let's say I wake up to a setup and the setup's slightly away. Hold on. Nah, I'm gonna set a good example for you guys. 0.7535. Please, XRP, don't be the one that got away. I'd rather get stopped out of XRP than not get the entry on XRP. Because out of all the coins that I'm entered into right now, LTC and BTC, LTC, it's got a 5. I was like, what? F in chat? F in chat to pay respects. Out of all the coins, XRP is sexy. XRP out here flexing its 10-to-1 odds. All right. Whereas LTC is half that. BTC, it's got 17. It's got a 17 R&R if we can hit that that bottom level. Go big or go home? No. Oh, please. 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 XRP, don't please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me, XRP. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. The best strategy is buying the bear market and waiting. Okay, live in your perfect world. Listen, I am not coming from an investor's perspective. I'm a trader. I don't give two shits where the market goes. To me, it's a coin flip. All right? People go, when you do Bitcoin, you know it's not a coin flip. It's going to go up. All right? I'm talking from a day-to-day basis. I'm not talking about a year-to-year basis. All right? Don't mess with me. All right? I'm a trader. Hey, Kite, how's the trade go yesterday? We got stopped out of LTC and ETH today. Yesterday, we just sat in the shorts pretty much all last night. I entered long on sushi because we had a bullish setup. But right now, we're still chilling in these shorts over here. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Take your profits. Take them. Take the profits. Take them. Take the profits. Jesus Christ. Hopefully you're fucking with me. Don't be that guy. You're not that guy. And I'm sure there's a setup on Dash. I'm sure if you've been following me along, you probably got some eyeballs. I'm sure there's a setup on Dash, but I can't trade Dash. Dash is not on my trading list. Tell me please, why do many traders track coins to BTC pair but not USDT? Trust me, I'm not saying that trading BTC to XRP, the trading pair, is a bad thing. I'm just being realistic. All right. I'm just being realistic. That's all it is. I pay for stuff in US dollars. All right. I'm going to compare whatever I'm trading to US dollars. Just doesn't make sense to do otherwise. That's just my philosophy. Trade list, what qualifies your trade list? Can I trade it on Bybit? I might be wrong. Can we trade Dash on Bybit? No, we can't trade Dash on Bybit. If you don't follow your system step by step, you won't have the odds and the profits with you on your side. Exactly. That's the big thing. All right. A lot of people come into the chat and they're like, dude, trust me, it's going to go up, or dude, trust me, it's going to go down. Dude, trust me, take your profits. Being a good trader is not worrying about what the market is going to do. The market is going to give you a setup in terms of like the market is going to look a certain way, that it's not about the setup is bearish and price is going to go down. All right. We hope that price goes down because that's what the trade is, but that's not what the setup is. The reason why setups are important is not because they are telling us what the market is going to do, but they allow us to have points of invalidation. They give us an exact place to get in, an exact place to get out if things go wrong, and a place to get out if things go right. Whether the market goes right or goes wrong, that doesn't make a difference, because there is no right and wrong in the market. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. And then we find out what that setup has in terms of a probability to actually win. What are we walking away with in terms of reward? And then we calculate what is the best risk to use over a long period of time. That's what being a good trader is. It's not about predicting, being a Nostradamus. Trust me, bro, it's gonna go up. I know it. I feel it in my bones. I bought the bottom of the bear market. And then it goes lower. People gotta own up, man. We got a bunch of weaklings, man. If you're even close, if you're touching Bybit, if you're touching Kraken leverage, what the fuck you doing? If you're not trading, what are you doing here? What are you doing on Bybit? Well, I'm just an investor that's looking to make a little bit extra profit off. No, don't touch leverage if you are investing. That's dumb. Dumb idea, bro. Dumb idea. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. Jesus, man. The Venus-Uranus constellation tells me Dogecoin is going to the moon. Trust me, bro. I'm that guy. Shit, man. It's the age-old argument. Chicken or the egg? Causation or correlation? Who knows? So why guess? Kite, using the risk-reward calculator on each trade, how are you getting your 8-to-1 odds? All right, so I'm consistently using around 0.25% of my portfolio as risk. All right, so I'm always, over the past couple of trades that we've been, if I lose, I usually lose around $100. All right, so take for example BTC. All right, if I'm short off of BTC from this level, and I'm using a 1% stop loss, all right, because of the way that I have the R&R calculator set up, with a 1% stop loss, I'm using 25x leverage. This is what allows me to take advantage of this whole system. All right, so that's the thing. The problem, I was talking to Ryan about this last night, my boy Matta, all right? And I was talking to him about how crypto YouTube is so annoying, man. The problem is the crypto market, if done properly, you can do incredible things. Me, as a 19-year-old kid, doing what I did, should never happen. But because of crypto, it can. So you got people like me that are preaching how to do shit right. And you got people that are just preaching. I don't even know what the hell they're preaching. But they can get away with it because in the crypto market, it can actually happen. Like if someone took the same claims that I claim and applied it and said like they can do that with the stock market without leverage, you know that person is just lying straight to your face. That's the problem with crypto. Even the bullshit is realistic because crypto is it's so wonderful, but at the same time, it's so bullshit. All right, so back to your question. I'm sorry, I don't know how I got off on that tangent. So if I enter here and I have a 1% stop loss, this is what allows me to take advantage of this. So like, let's say I'm targeting the 0.382 of this leg right here. All right, just as an example. All right, you can see right here, that is a 5.56 risk reward ratio trade. So if I am willing to lose $100 and I'm doing my math correctly and everything else is set up the same, I now, if I win that trade, I'm going to make $556, right? Because what you are willing to lose times your risk to reward ratio equals your profit. So if I'm willing to lose $110 on a 5.5, I'll make 550. No, because I'll make like 600. When did I start trading? I started trading like the moment I turned 18. I've been in the crypto market since I was 12. I've only been applying technical analysis to my strategy since I've been 18. So about 3 years, three and a half years now. So like Forex, like I haven't traded Forex because I do crypto, but I guarantee you I can be just I'm tripping up on my words here. I can be as successful with Forex. We showed that yesterday, how we would calculate leverage on the Australian dollar using an ABC setup to get the odds that we need. Even though the Australian dollar only moves like 0.5% on a good day, we can use leverage to increase the market to make the volatility that we need, as long as we do so correctly. Can you increase your screen size, please? Numbers are too small. Don't worry about the numbers. Right? Go click on the little cog button, change it to 1440p. I don't know, put me on a television or something. There ain't nothing better I can do about this. Oh, please, let me get the intro on XRP. I appreciate it. Man, it's literally 2 a.m. in the morning. I got to work tomorrow, but I'm having a good time. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Rip off face has a great risk reward calculator. Damn. He must be a genius. Yo, Kite Crypto, good to see you. Do you have an opinion on stop loss being the last trade price? Someone in my comments, being one of those typical dickheads that go, this is the correct way to do it. All right. They were like, you have to put your stop loss above the last highest price or something stupid. And I'm like, bro, why does that matter? All right. For me, I like to use 1% stop losses because I can deal with the emotional pain of getting stopped out a few times. All right. It allows me to make bigger profits when I do win. All right. Sometimes it works out flawlessly the first time. We love to see it, and everybody likes to ogle at it. But when people get stopped out 4 times in a row, they're like, this is bullshit. All right. That's how I know I'm going to be here a lot longer than the next guy. All right. It's like right here, for example. All right. Let's say that we have the same trade set up. All right. This is the take profit. Me, with a 1% stop loss, based off of this point of invalidation, has a 12 risk reward ratio trade. Meaning if I'm willing to lose $100 and I win, I make $1,200. All right, now, I might get stopped out 2 times, but still I'm going to make $1,000. I'm going to lose 200, but then I'm going to make 1,000. All right, net profit. All right, someone that is afraid. All right, and the only thing, the reason why I say afraid, the only reason why you're doing this is because you're fearful of getting stopped out, the emotional pain. All right. All right. 1% going to a 3% stop loss. Now, even if I win without getting stopped out, I'm still only going to make $400. Right? $400. So I will lose 2 times, win the third. I will still make $600 more. If I have a 3% and I get stopped out once, now that goes from a 4 risk reward ratio to a 3 risk reward ratio. Even worse. So, I'm not saying you were the guy that did that. I'm just saying, twice, bro. What? Richard Harrington, I respect you a lot. I respect you a lot. Because, Richard, you're one of the only few people that will come into my chat, call me crazy, and then when the shit goes down the way that I said it would, not because I think I'm going to be right, but I'm saying this is a realistic possibility. You came back, you left a comment, you said, sorry, bro. I really do appreciate that. That was very nice of you. I really do appreciate that. What Elliott wave theory book do you find most useful? Me personally, Harmonic Elliott Wave, a case for modification of RN Elliott's impulse wave structure. All right. Very long name. Realistically, all you have to look up is Harmonic Elliott Wave, and then Ian Copsley. Have a good night, Kite. Great stuff as always. Appreciate you. Have a great night. It's like I lead a double life. I can't wait to get home and jump on stream with you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know how I feel about that. Kite, if you didn't use leverage, then how much profit would you make on a $100 risk trade, for example? Barely anything. All right, barely anything. All right, so like, let's say... Well, really, I mean, you couldn't lose. That's kind of a trick question. Because without leverage, if I wanted to lose $100 with a 1% stop loss, I would need $10,000, which is what my value is with leverage. So, I guess the thing is, I don't need $10,000 to make a trade equivalent to $10,000. But without leverage, I could not make the same trade unless I had $10,000. As well as that, without leverage, I wouldn't be able to short. Now I could use margin on another platform, but yeah, the RNG calculator, if that's what you're talking about. You can find this in the description of the video. I put a little thing that says, do you want to have realistic expectations for trading? Download this calculator. You can download it off of that. And there's also a... Let me make sure. Let me make sure, because I want to make sure that it's there. And there should be a clickable link. Like a clickable... Yeah. There's the risk reward calculators down there, the RNG calculators down there. How many trades do you take per day realistically? 0.2? I don't know. Hey, no. There's no, just like, hey, what's the correct lever sheet? There's no right answer. Sometimes I'm chilling in a trade for 15 days. Sometimes I'm in and out of trades within the day. Sometimes I'm chilling in a trade for 5 days. It's all dependent on the conditions of the market and what larger or smaller setup I'm playing. Over the past couple of days, we've gone into a couple trades. Past 2 days, we really haven't added anything to our portfolio, but we really haven't lost anything to our portfolio. But over the past 4 days, I've made $2,000. Maybe later. I am long and I am short right now. How about them apples, huh? How about that? My stop loss said I lose 24 and I lost 84. I think that has to do with the spread. So like when you originally open the trade, all right, especially with conditional orders, sometimes you need to go back. Like if I go here and I click 25%, you can see how I just went from $133 loss to 108. All right. That's because of spread differences. If you don't check that after your trade gets triggered, right now, 125, if I click 25%, all right, that one's exactly where it's supposed to be. All right. But if I would have gotten stopped out of BTC, I would have lost an additional $20 that I shouldn't have lost. All right. But because I checked it, that might be happening to you. You all right, lad? Help you making a ton? I'm doing pretty fantastic. Re-entry on ETH. I'm not looking to re-enter on ETH. Unless ETH actually puts in a higher high, to me, it's not worth it. All right. Not worth it from a 0.382 perspective. You could argue that it's worth it from like a double bottom perspective, but I don't want to count on that. All right. Because if I count on that, it's just bad habits. All right. But if I'm using a 1% stop loss on Ethereum and I target the 0.382 to the 0.5, that's only a 3.72. That's not worth taking. All right, if you're only going to make 3.7 times your investment, you should not take that. All right. The higher the R, the better. It doesn't mean get like a 0.1% stop loss to make your R look good. 1% is probably the least I would go. Now, like I said, on BTC, I am using a 0.5% stop loss because there's so much money in the market. It is harder to move percentage points in BTC. Do you use sub accounts on Bybit? No, I don't. So if I use 100x leverage with a margin of $100, I could only lose the yes. The calculator works with trading views seamlessly? Question mark. So you're asking the question, does it work with trading views seamlessly? No. Like it's not incorporated into trading view. It's separate from trading view. So like 25%, like I'm not just saying 25% is the magical number. It's the magical number for me, all right? Because if I go to my bookmarks here, all right, and I bring up the calculator, my account's worth roughly around $40,000. I am using 1% of my account as margin, all right? So if I go over here, you can see $419, $405, $490, right? I'm using roughly around 1% of my account as margin, and I'm risking 25% of said 1%, which is 0.25% of the whole, right? And with a 1% stop loss, I'm using 25x leverage because I need to lose 25 percentage points for every 1% that the real price action moves in the incorrect way that I need it to lose 25% of 1%, which is 0.25% of the whole, right? So when I go in here and I click 25% for a stop loss, that's why. It's not just a magical number that I'm coming up with out of thin air. That's the only thing. What do you think about the Binance Futures platform? I haven't really checked it out, to be honest with you. I'm not a big Binance guy. I've been on Bybit pretty much the day I started leverage trading. I've never had a problem with Bybit. Only recently was the first time I've ever had downtime on Bybit. It was only like 10 minutes. And to me, it was also from a psychology perspective. For I don't know, like even like 3/4 of Bybit's lifespan, there was only 4 coins you could trade. XRP, EOS, BTC, and Ethereum. And that was only on Inverse Perpetual. Now they got USDT. Kite, is your ABC strategy similar to trading swing failure pattern? Someone mentioned that the other day. That's not something that I have ever like really come across, but looking at it, it is similar. It's very similar. Could you please have a look at the current Bitcoin Cash USDT setup? Sure. We don't have one currently. All right. We have a larger one, all right, depending on how you want to play this. All right, we have an uptrend that breaks into a downtrend that broke into an uptrend. We are still in that uptrend, right? So the larger setup is if price comes back below here, you would take all 3 trends involved and target between the 0.32 and the 0.5, right? So this area right here, right? But obviously you're talking about this setup right here, which we have not confirmed yet. For me personally, we have to put in a higher high. If we don't put in a higher high, I don't have a setup. But once we put in that higher high and you come back below this line, you can enter short. But Austin, what if it still goes down but never puts in a higher high? I don't care. Right? If you don't have conditions that need to be met in order to create a setup, you don't have a setup. Like I said before, it is not about this strategy is the best thing to predict what the market is going to do. That's not why it's successful. The reason why this is successful is because it gives you things that most people don't care about, which is an exact price level to get in, an exact price level to get out, and an exact price level to get out when things go right. That is why this is successful, not because it is the best predictor of what is going to happen. Because I don't play this market the same way other people play it. I play this as if it's a video game. As if this is in no way correlated to anybody or anything, and this is just randomly happening, and I'm just trying to beat this. I'm not trying to beat other people. I'm trying to beat this video game. That's the perspective I'm looking at this from. And when people can't get past their own perspective, that's when trouble starts to happen. Because if you're paying attention to the news too hard, like for me, I'm not spending 98% of my time staring at news articles, wondering what's going to be the piece of news that drives price action up or down. That's useless. Absolutely useless. if I were to use 100x leverage, is there a timer? No. Just don't use 100x leverage. You can use 100x leverage as long as you're doing it safely based on the R&R calculator. But what's the point, man? Like, why? You're just showing off at that point, because I can make the same exact amount of money with 10x leverage that I can with 100x leverage. It's about being safe. It's not about using 100x leverage as a gambling. All right? It's about using 100x leverage if it calls for it. Like I said, if I was trading the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, that's when I would need 167x leverage. Which to someone in the crypto world, they go, 167x leverage, that's crazy. Why would anybody use that? But I'm like, the Australian US dollar only moves a slight percentage. So if I didn't use that type of leverage, I would barely make any money. It's like, let's take this for example. All right. Australian US dollar. We got an uptrend, breaks into a downtrend, and we put in that higher high right there. So I go ahead and I short the market from here. All right. I would say about a 0.07 is a decent stop loss. All right. 0.07. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? All right. So in order to make this trade successful, all right, an 11.78 risk reward ratio. All right. It's all about perspective. How much leverage would I need? A stupid amount. That's how much. All right. If I had $40,000, right? Let's start off with the stop loss, 0.07. I don't know if I can go that low, honestly. Damn, I don't even think I can go that low. I think I think I can only use a 0.1. All right, so we'll use a 0.1 because I don't think the calculator can even go that low. All right, but all right, if I was to use the same exact risk parameters, 1%, 25%, I would need 250x leverage. All right, let's not do that. All right, let's use 5 times the amount of margin. So we're putting 5 times the amount of our money. What about XRP? Oh, we got the entry on XRP. That's wonderful. Thank you very much. All right. See how I instantly go here? And I go, if I lose this trade, I'm going to lose $124. Because of the spread difference based off of market, I need to re-click this button and recalibrate. Now I'm only going to lose 105. All right. It brings down my stop loss a little bit, but that's what it's supposed to be. All right. So, once again, Australian dollar, right? It is not about the leverage. It's about how much money am I going to make, dude? That's how much it's going to... So now, I need to get this down to the same risk parameter, 0.25%. All right, so we got to find out what this percentage is. Let's try 10%. All right, that's 0.5. Do 5%. All right, so 5% of 5% is 0.25% of 100%. Makes sense? All right. So in order to accurately trade the Australian versus US dollar on this setup, I would need 50x leverage with a 0.1% stop loss, using 5% of my portfolio as margin and 5% of that margin as risk. Hopefully that was a really good example. Oh, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Heavy breathing. You're not that guy. Sorry for the confusion. Before I made the stop losses, you set mark price, index price, opinions on that. What's the difference? Since my my trading style, typically I need something to happen and I'm entering off of real time most of the time, right? I'm always using market. I ain't got an opinion about it. It's just a matter of what's best for your trading style. All right, because if your trading style is more about playing support and resistance, then you should be using limit, right? Because you're looking to play into support, into resistance, instead of waiting for kind of like what I am. I'm waiting for us to get above resistance, and then I'm entering as we come back below it, or vice versa. So for me, it's a lot more real time. I might be taking profits on sushi because I do want to. Once again, yeah, I think I'm gonna be taking profits on sushi. I think, yeah, sushi just hit its 0.382.5 region. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking profits on sushi. Market, boom. All right, $369 in our pocket. That's what's up. All right, like I said, I did want to hold it longer, but I wanna be a man to my word. If I got an ABC, I'm gonna be targeting the 0.382 to the 0.5. This one, it was a good setup. It wasn't high profit though, right? And that's the thing. Like, people can say, all right, why didn't you just use a 0.5% stop loss then, and then that would have been a 7. And that's not how I work. All right, sushi is not high enough market cap to warrant using a 0.5% stop loss. So now, let me also set a good example and go trade log this. All right. So we got sushi, which was a bullish ABC. I don't know why I put sell. I'm kind of dumb here. Let's put buy. All right, there we go. All right. So now we just sold our long crypto. All right. We did so on July 29th. And what? It's 2042 right now. Anybody that has trouble with the military time, all right, if it's 7 o'clock your time, just add 12. All right, then it's 1900. All right, and we sold exactly what we bought. We sold the entire position. We got in. Let me go back to sushi. We got in. We got out at $8.24. 24.1 cents. Add. Woo! We now have a 32% win ratio. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I haven't really messed with any of the widgets, so we'll see. What is that you're logging on? This is called Trader Sync. So at the beginning of the live stream, I pitched the idea to you guys that if you guys do like the ABC strategy that I use, and you guys are also using it, if you guys want to use this website, another website, or just an Excel spreadsheet, if you guys can track your win percentage, that's the big thing, win percentage, obviously, and also the average R&R per trade, I would highly appreciate it, because me as a single person, if I can do 250 trade entries over the course of a month, and 10 people out of the chat help me and they send me their data, that is now 2,500. All right. And now with that data, I can confidently start using more risk if the math allows to it. As well as that, like me as a crypto YouTuber, from a morality perspective, I can never tell you guys to use 3% risk. All right. I'm always going to say 0.25% risk. All right. Because I know my strategy is good, and that using 0.25% risk, if done correctly over a long period of time, is going to make you some decent profit. But if you can use 1%, that 4 times that, whatever, let's say you made $4,000 in a couple months using 0.25% risk. If you used 1% risk, you should have 4 times. You should have made 16,000. All right, if you can make that 3%, you can see now how we should have $48,000 in profit. But we need the math to back it up. If you ain't got the math to back it up, you ain't got shit. I don't know why I said it like that, but you ain't got shit. Would you get some bias based off people taking the same trades? Yes. So here's what I talked about this earlier. It's not necessarily that I don't understand that people are probably going to be taking some of the same ABC setups that I am. They might be trading different coins. All right, so that's another factor that could really help as well. Does this work on the majority of the crypto market? Does it work on one coin better than another? You see what I'm getting at there? But as well as that, I understand that from like a time perspective. We're trading in a sideways market right now. So this trading strategy might have a 50% chance to win, right? Whereas in an aggressive bull market, maybe only the longs are really winning and the average R&R is 25. So I know that it's not going to help from a time perspective of like we're trading in different markets. I get what you're saying. It's just about more data points. That's all it is. And at the same time, it makes it fun for people as well. I really do think that if you're going to be successful at trading, you do need to have this to a certain level of degree. Me, I had such a huge buffer period that I really didn't have to worry about statistics. I worried about the money in my account. But like I said, I'm still only using 0.25% risk, right? If I can prove that this has an 18% win ratio and constantly walking away with 8-1 odds, right? I can use substantially more risk safely as well and make way more money. But it's all about doing it safely. If you're not doing it safely, get up on my face. All right, so that's when people come into my chat and they're like, trust me, bro. I can't trust you. I can't. I can trust my chart, right? I can trust statistics. I can't trust you. That's why, like, also, like, people that are just coming into my chat looking to trade my setup without really understanding what's going on. Why do you trust me? It's such a dumb concept. And that's why I think so many people are getting duped on crypto YouTube. All right, and that's why I'm looking to make a change. Me and Ryan were talking last night. I was like, Ryan, all right, there's so much bullshit on crypto YouTube. It's a game of time. All right. If I do this consistently, all right, it's not a matter of, oh, I'm somehow more entertaining, or, you know, my charisma level. Over time, regardless if I have SEO or not, people are going to either word of mouth or just watching my stream over and over again, understand I know what the hell I'm talking about. And understand that if they listen to me, they'll make money, right? I don't have to worry about being a charismatic guy, being likable, blah, 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 right? I can see into the future already. I got my crystal ball. The more people that I got in this live chat, I would say 95% of you I absolutely adore. But there's that 5% that makes me upset with life, right? Because just the simple fact that that kind of person's out there, right? I'm probably going to get more pissy as we move into the future, all right? So for me, I'm not worried about having fancy titles. I'm not worried about having fancy thumbnails. I'm not worried about getting likes on videos. I'm worried about making profit, all right? I'm going to be a trader. All right, people are going to watch me. They're going to understand what I'm doing. I'm going to teach them what I'm doing. But it's a matter of statistics. I got the videos to back it up, like the $100 portfolio and stuff. I got the videos to back it up. There ain't a lot of other people on this website that can say the same. That's all I'm saying. I don't like to name names and stuff like that, but the past couple of days, I've been looking around, seeing what's up. I don't like what I see. That's all I'm saying. Would you possibly go over how to log the trade? Yeah, of course. All right, because I'm going to be promoting this. So, once again, I would like to find a setup that is possible. What was the coin we just looked at that had a setup? BCH. I want to use your example. Oh, okay. So here, all right. Hopefully, if you just suggested me this coin, you were watching it. It just happened. All right. See how fast that can happen. Yeesh. All right. BCH just put in a higher high. So we have this wonderful setup. All right. It looks pretty decent profit. All right. So this would be my setup. If we put in a higher high and we come back down below, I'm going to be entered short from $546.80. All right, I'm going to be using a 1% stop loss. I'm going to be targeting between the 0.5 and the 0.382. All right, that is a 5 risk-reward ratio trade. It's not the highest R&R, I will admit. All right, I would not sacrifice my stop loss over the R&R in this case scenario because we could easily make this a 10. We could. All right, but you shouldn't have to. XRP, we didn't, and it's also a very high R&R trade if it does work out. All right, so now that we have this trade set up, what we're going to do is we're going to hit Windows key Shift S. I'm sorry if you're on Mac. And we're going to take a snapshot of this setup. Right here, I'm going to click this. And I'm going to save this image. All right. And now I'm going to go to Trader Sync. We're going to go up here to the top right. We're going to hit Add Trade. All right. And we're going to hit Crypto. We're going to select the portfolio that I'm on. I have a test portfolio, my sister's portfolio, which I'm getting her started with trading here pretty soon. My portfolio right there. So now we're going to go to BCH, USDT. All right, now I do have to figure out what would be the appropriate amount of BCH according to my portfolio. What would that be? BCH, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to find out a rough estimate here. All right, so if I was to short BCH right now with 25x leverage, BCH can go to 50x? I did not know that. That's crazy. Most altcoins can only go up to 25. All right, 5.5, no. 20. All right, so roughly about 19. All right, so 19 BCH is my personal based off of 25x leverage. So 19, all right. And I'm going to be shorting from $545.60. $545.60. All right. I just hit sell. All right. I am shorting, so I am selling. If I'm longing, I am buying. All right. We hit save. All right. And then that gets added to our dashboard. This is currently an open trade right now. All right, so this right here, win, loss, and then these ones are open still. All right, so you can see we lost $306 across these two trades here. I don't know if that's correct on LTC actually. I feel like something's up with that. Let me double check. Give me 1 second. I want to continue with that example, but I want to make sure that my statistics are right. Closed P&L. Yeah, we only lost 100. So we entered at 140.06. Did that 0.06 really make that big of a difference? Maybe. I'm confused. I mean, that's the exact setup there. Oh, 72. Yeah, I got that wrong. Our position size was 72. There we go. All right, that makes perfect sense. All right, so we only lost around $100. All right, got it. It was just a mishap on my data entry. All right. So right here, the BCH, what we're going to do is we're going to click on it. We're going to go down here to screenshots. Remember that screenshot that we took of the setup? We're going to add that. All right, because it's important. Because like later on, you can see exactly what price action looked like when you either won or lost. And sometimes that might affect your decision. All right. Now, right here, we can add a take profit if we want to. All right, so we want to take profit at $519.45. So we go ahead, target price $500, $514.95. All right, and you can see if we win this trade, we're going to make $582. All right, obviously a little bit less because of fees, but roughly. So that's going to be about a 5.8 R&R. All right, because if we lose, we're going to lose 100. 5.8 R&R. We've typed that in the notes. All right, and then let's say that we lose the trade. All right. So if I am shorting by selling, then if I either win or lose, I'm doing the opposite. So I'm buying. All right. So buy crypto. All right. And then whenever you got stopped out, put in the date and the time. It just has to be chronological. That's all it is. All right. If I entered for 19, then I probably exited for 19 unless you have some sort of strategy with the multiple take profit points. That's up to you. All right. And let's say that we get out at 1%. All right. Let's see. If we entered at 545.60, then 1% is going to be $551.05. $551.05. And then we hit add trade. Now you're going to see this turn from open to loss. Net return, negative $103. There you go. And that's it. Like if you got stopped out, that's what that would look like. All right. Now, obviously, this is a fake trade that we used as an example. So we're going to go ahead and click the check mark here. Go up to select an action and hit delete trade. Yes. All right. So right now we have a win on sushi. Not too much. So we are net positive $100 out of these three trades. So Twixie, like that's what I was saying. Like I'm not suggesting you the website. All right. Like I'm not selling you like an affiliate code or anything like that. If you want to use, there's plenty of other websites out there. I didn't really look a whole lot around. Or you use an Excel spreadsheet. What's important is that you're paying attention to the statistics of what you're doing. All right. So if you're going to go onto a YouTuber's live stream and you're following along with their strategy, first off, make sure their strategy is replicatable. Right. And as well as that, from that point, you should be able to track the win ratio and see if the win ratio is at a net negative versus the risk to reward ratio on average. That's where you can find out if the YouTuber is being honest. I'm just using TraderSync because this is what I've used in the past when I have done stuff like this, as well as that I know for me personally, I don't like doing this. I really don't like doing data entry. I find it boring. So I spent $400 on the yearly subscription as an incentive for my lazy ass to put in the work, because this data is worth millions of dollars if you really do it correctly. The website's free. It has a 7-day free trial. Past that 7-day free trial, it is $30 a month. All right. So, like I said, it's not about the website you're using. It's just about the statistics. That's what I would like to promote here. All right. I'll explain to you why I personally am willing to pay the $400. It's not that I'm just like, I'm the holy grail. It's not that I'm the only one showing you how to make money. It's that I'm being realistic about trading. I'm a trader. All right, and if you're going to be a successful trader, there's a standard way to be successful, and then beyond that point, it's up to the trader to find out how to get slightly better edges than the next guy, right? So I'm teaching you how to be successful. Past that point, it's up to you, all right? If I was like an investor, yeah, I would say wait until the bear market, add a little bit of technical analysis, and yeah, insert some capital. There's nothing wrong with that. There is something wrong with like constantly saying that the bull market is constantly happening and not being realistic about taking profits. That's what's wrong. But other YouTubers are doing fine. When do you think you'll have the data compiled for release? I don't know. Hopefully in like a month, 2 months. Like I said, it's within a month to 2 months. I'm probably going to have multiple hundreds of data points to like give me a good win ratio for those 1 to 2 months. But it's going to take a year, 2 years to be to a point where I can push it towards full Kelly. If I can track the crypto market consistently, pretty much every single trade setup for the next 2 years, which, like I said, I'm here. All right. I don't care about numbers on the YouTube. I don't care if we're in a bear market and I'm getting half the views that I used to during the bull market. I'm going to be here. Right. I will be tracking those trade setups. If I can prove that over the course of 2 years, through bear market, bull market, a sideways market, that on average, this strategy has 18% win ratio, which doesn't sound appetizing to people. But here's the thing. All right. If I have an 18% win ratio and I'm making a 7-to-1 R&R on average, all right, and I'm going half Kelly, all right, I can use 3% risk. All right, 3%. That is insane. Insane in the membrane. All right, now let's take my little handy dandy RNG calculator made by Everin. Thank you very much, sir. And we're going to say, let's start with $1,000. And we have an 18% win ratio using 3% at half Kelly. And we have 7-to-1 odds. All right, over the course of 500 entries, which could take a couple months, half a year, depending on who you are as a person, we're going to take $1,000 and turn it into 28 grand. All right, let's run the calculator again. All right, maybe we got lucky that time. 28 grand. Maybe we got lucky that time. That time we got really lucky. 14 grand. So 14 grand is the lowest that we've seen so far out of these simulations. 20-ish grand is realistic. And then if crypto has a wonderful year for ABC setups, you just made 144 grand. All right. And the God's honest truth of it is people don't understand that the numbers can be different with the same strategy. All right. If I have a win chance of 18% historically over the course of thousands of trade setups, that's not indicative of future results. It could be better, it could be worse. Right? The point is I'm collecting that data so I know. All right? Why didn't you take profits when XRP hit the 0.38 in the fib? I don't even think we're close. I think you will. You are reading that wrong. XRP, there's it is. All right, so XRP, we're trading this. I'm on too small a time frame right here. We're trading this setup right here. All right. So we take all three trends involved. So, okay, I'm looking at my chart here. I'm looking at my chart. Right. We can see that this is a downtrend. Right. So we're going to start with the uptrend. Right. This is the bottom of the uptrend. Uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. We put in a higher high. We are currently below the last high. We're taking all three trends involved, and we're targeting between the 0.32 and the 0.5. So that's why I'm targeting 67.69 cents. All right, so let's go into our little handy dandy calculator here, or not calculator, but logger, and let's go to. I didn't log XRP. Let's log XRP. How about that? God, that's why I hate it. I know I'm gonna forget a couple times. That's why I spent the money, because I don't want to forget, because I spent money on it now. All right, so XRP USDT. All right, we're selling short. Today's the 29th. This is when I'm creating this little thing right here. So we go ahead. We go to Bybit. I'm selling the equivalent of 13,500 XRP. 13,500 XRP at a price of 75 cents, 7521. 0.7521. Save. All right, so now we go back to our dashboard. Right here we see XRP. We click on it. Let's go to our chart. All right, let's take a picture of this setup right here. Now, one little trick for you guys, if you do want to incorporate this into your pictures. All right, so this is my setup. All right, you see how after I click off of this, it gets rid of the R&R? If we double click on it and we go to the style here, if you click this little checkbox, it says always show stats. Click that. That way when I click off of it, it keeps the R&R on there. That way for the picture, you can have that. So now we're going to go ahead and line up the take profit. And let's go ahead and take a snapshot of this. All right. Let's go ahead and save it. Save. Boom. And now let's apply that to the log. Right there. Boom. That way you don't even have to put the R&R in the notes. It'll be in the picture. All right. We want to take profits at roughly 67.66. All right. So target price 0.6766. All right. So if we win, we're going to walk away with $1,019 roughly. All right. We can even put in the stop loss. All right. The stop loss is, what was the exact entry price that we got? $75.21. So $75.21. 75. So 7597. 7597. 7597. And add. All right, so if we lose, we're going to lose $102. So this is a 10 restored ratio for us. And you can see that right there. 10.61. Any value in backtesting ABC setups to get more data? Of course. The back testing shouldn't be a problem because the trading strategy itself, regardless of its past or present, is the same. And that's what's kind of special about it. Now, I would like it to be real-time trades for one reason. All right? Humans. All right? Your eyeballs, the way that you're seeing things might be slightly different than me or the next guy. All right? And I admit that. Like, everyone goes, like, sometimes you're kind of, like, interpreting it a different way than I might. And of course, that's just how we are as humans. All right? So, as well as that, you messing up by being too greedy or, too fearful. Like, I want that data. All right? Not just for myself as me as a trader, but as a whole. Because I would really like, if I want to promote this on YouTube, I want to have that data because I want people to be safe. That's all. If someone wants to follow along with how I do things, by all means, do that. You make your own choices as an adult. But I would like for me, for my peace of mind, to have those statistics to say, all right, as long as they're doing it right, they should be profitable. If anybody goes, hey man, you're not making money, all right, you're probably too greedy or too fearful. That's all I gotta say to you. I am human. During this live stream, you saw me go through the stage of what's called FOMO. I was like, maybe I should enter into XRP right now. I would have gotten stopped out because of that. All right. So I chose to be a good example and wait for the entry properly. And so far, so good. All right. So apply that one situation across hundreds of trades and hundreds of different personality types. You can see where there's some room for improvement. All right, Scooby, what's going on, man? How you doing? I wasn't looking at the screen. I thought I was listening to Charles Hoskins. I don't know who that is, but hopefully that's a good compliment. Does the software you use keep track of taxes? No, this is not about taxes. You can use cointracker.io if you want to keep track of taxes. So here's what I'll say about my parents. My dad definitely kept me always interested in pursuing an entrepreneurial spirit. In terms of like, he never really set limitations on my creativity. As well as that, growing up, my dad wasn't in the best financial position. So whenever I saw him, I kind of saw what the lack of money could do to a person. And in hopes to help him in the future one day, I would pursue stuff like this. My mom, on the other hand, would a lot of the times put caps on my creativity and my ideas. But one thing that I got from my mom is she's more blue collar, like, using just being physical about it, like cleaning apartments for 12 hours a day to pay the bills, stuff like that, like the tenacity part, like not giving up, like going through the hard shit, It's a good combination between the both, but I take full credit for this. All right. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody, I ain't got nobody to blame for my success. Ain't nobody to blame for my failure but myself. Can't blame it on my parents. Because if I can give my parents all the praise for making me who I am, then that's also the failures, but that's on me. Mama Kite watches the stream in the past a lot. She would always go, Austin, I really don't like the language you're using on the stream lately. Or the song you play is a little bit too vulgar. And I get what she's saying. She's looking at this as if like this is like a business to me. Like my business is being on YouTube. My business is trading. All right. Now, like I said before, I'm very, very grateful for the amount of money that comes in from YouTube towards the Patreon. That allows me to be on a 1099 tax code and not have to worry about, you know, a lot of the stuff that comes along with, you know, trading unregulated exchanges. But that being said, you know, my business is not YouTube. I'm not looking to be a clean sheet, so to speak. Oh, the drugs too. Drugs too. My grandpa watches this. My you know, he's a ordained minister with a PhD in theological studies, so you can see how that works. I love him so much. I love you, Grandpa. I love you very much. I'm sure he disagrees with a lot of stuff I say. My dad watches it. I don't think any of my sisters watch it because they're just not really interested in this kind of stuff. But when I log my trade and place my stop loss, it doesn't say what I'm going to lose. It says 67 cents. Is that what you're going to lose? You might be messing up. You might be messing up. So I am trading $400 worth of Litecoin, but at 25x leverage. So we can times $400 by 25 to get the realistic number. So like $400 worth of Litecoin is not 70 Litecoin. Can you please look up Bitcoin? Bitcoin is in the same position that most of these other coins are in. Like I said, I'm not claiming to say that Bitcoin is going to go down. What I'm saying is, from my perspective and my trading strategy, as long as we are holding below the last previous high, I have every single reason to believe that it is not going to proceed further. All right. Like I said, I'm a trader. I'm not a speculator. I'm not here to tell you what the market is going to do. I'm looking to make money off the market when it does it. If I make a bunch on Bybit, can I claim it as income? Tricky question. I'm not being fully honest with you guys. All right. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. My trading career has gotten to the point where if I do find out that I can start using 1% to 2% risk all the time on my main portfolio, that is going to put me into a sticky situation with the tax code, which I should find a way out of it, but it's a lot more headache than it should be. If you're the average Joe who over the next year or so is only going to be making like $20,000, as long as you're bringing that into your bank account with around $2,000, you should be fine. Now, if you get audited by the IRS, which I have in the last 2 years, don't lie. Pay the money, bro. All right? All right? I'm more than happy that if the IRS sends me an additional bill for a couple $1,000s, I'm like, hallelujah. At least they said something to me before they put me in handcuffs. All right? So my plan is to find out what is the absolute limits that I can really push this trading strategy towards, and then go to an exchange that I'm allowed to trade on, Kraken. Kraken has up to 5x leverage, which I can do. I can do 5x leverage. But the problem is I can't make nearly as much money with 5x leverage and not put a lot of my portfolio at risk. So what my plan is to find out what's the maximum I can put this towards and then start using Kraken. That's the truth of it. All right. Like I said, if you're just the average Joe, that's only going to be making a couple G's off of this over the next year or two. You'll be fine. But if you're looking to make trading a long-term career and you're in the United States or any other region that requires, regulation, I would suggest you're using Kraken. Kraken lets regular people use leverage? Yes, they do. ABC set up on FTM USDT. Doesn't interest me. Like I said, if not anymore, they don't. Unless they changed it last night, they did. I've done extensive research over the past couple of days looking at Kraken. But like I said, I want to get this strategy maximized before that happens. I'm not quite sure if that was a PR stunt because I did a couple test trades on Kraken and they were successful. I don't have $10 million. Give me a couple months. After we get the strategy figured out, then we'll be talking about that. Why Kraken and not other exchanges? I just did some research over the course of the last couple of days. If I want to look to make this into like an unlimited cap, because at some point with an unregulated exchange, you have to come to terms with if you're successful with this, you're gonna have so much money you can't get most of it out. All right. So Kraken is one of the very few exchanges where you can use leverage. Like I said, a lot of you guys are saying that you need a $10 million bag. That's not the case from what I've seen so far. I made successful trades last night. If that was the case, there wouldn't be a 5x leverage button to start with. You would have to have your account verified. So I don't know. Or I hone the strategy. I find a market that it works well in on a regulated exchange that offers up a little bit of leverage. Might have a little bit more in fees because people are stupid. But in the future, I would like to not have a cap. I'd always trade the CMEs. That's always an option. I just have to learn the ins and outs of how that works. We really do. We really do take advantage of how simple Bybit is. I don't think you guys really understand how simple Bybit is to a lot of these other exchanges. Or shit. If anything, all right, what I would be doing, if, like, let's say in a world where I couldn't have leverage, I'd just be spot trading. The thing is like, once again, you need quite a bit of money in order to make spot trading worth your while. Let's say that. Now, crypto still offers pretty decent returns, volatility-wise, but you still need a decent amount of money. Like, I would have to have $10,000 spare to make well, I couldn't even. This would be an accumulation play. Spot trading is more about accumulation, expansion, take profits. Accumulation, expansion, take profits. So if you got enough money, you can do it. So once again, leverage is such a good catalyst if you don't have the money. But eventually, I think there's a point in your trading career, if you do get far enough, you should look to make it. It's not that you can't do your taxes on Bybit. It's just a lot harder. Like if I used Coinbase Pro, all right, and they still had, a little bit of leverage to use. I think they used up to, back when they had leverage, it was like 1 to 3. Still gives me some leeway. Now I can use 33 per, I can use 66% less money and still make the same amount of money as if I did have the full 100%. It just makes it a lot easier. That's all I'm saying. Bing Bong Crypto on Google, it has 300x for 4x, plus it's regulated. I don't know if I would trust my money on a website called Bing Bong. All right. Now, I know Bybit's no different. I don't know. Something about that. And I don't, are you 100% positive it's liquidated? Because I don't think it is. I mean, not liquidated, regulated. It might be regulated in another country, but I don't think it's regulated by the U.S. All right. I'll check out Bing Bong. Bing Bong Crypto. I swear to God, if I look this up and it's a scam coin. Okay. Cryptocurrency social trading exchange? Social trading? Oh, Bing Bong. I highly doubt that this is regulated. I don't know. I'll check it out in the future. Coinbase Pro, market fees are not that bad. Okay, on the risk calculator, it says the contract amount to use once you figure the numbers. Is that the amount you put in the quantity on your exchange? Yes, if you're using inverse perpetual. If you're using USDT, your open long or open short number just needs to equal what your margin is supposed to be in terms of US dollars. No, I don't know. You still enter exit trades based off the 4 time frames in your video? No. That's a very old strategy. I buy all my HODL stuff on Coinbase Pro because, yeah, Coinbase Pro is where it's at. In the in the past, they only had a website. They didn't have an actual phone app like the Coinbase app. Um, but they have that now, and it's actually pretty good. I have been using Coinbase Pro a lot more than uh, in the past. I look for an uptrend, a downtrend, and an uptrend. We put in a higher high and we come back below the previous top of the first uptrend. And that's how I short, and then vice versa for going long. Are we short? Are we? I don't know how long I'll be like. I don't know how long I'll be on tonight. I'm already starting to get tired, but I jump on. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. If going half Kelly on this strategy works out well, everyone in the Discord is getting toe boots. Oh, Jesus. Crypto Keeper. Sorry, man. See you, buddy. Damn kite is frozen. I'm not frozen. I'm not frozen. You want to hear fish sing Frank Sinatra? What the fuck? How do you even think of that? Is his name Fish or Fish? Yes. Alright, why did you say if you have too much money on unregulated exchanges you can't get it off? It's not that you can't get it off the exchange. It's that you can't get it usable. Alright? It's the same thing as like a drug cartel. Alright, some businessman. You ever seen the Ozarks? At some point, it becomes such a headache. It's better used for other things, probably. What risk percentage is Fish using? 100%. He doesn't give two shits. He all ins all the time. One of the IRS just want their 20% and be done with it. You've been thinking a perfect world. All right. And you really think that if the IRS is going to give you that option, they're going to pick 20%? They're going to say that every single one of your trades was short-term gains, and it probably was. And they're going to make you pay 40%. Or, in about a year, 50%. Maybe even more. If things get too crazy. IRS isn't going to pick the best option for you. Well, team, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh. How do you loss count for IRS? I don't know what you're... I don't know what you mean. I did the ABC on the daily candle, and I'm getting that it has to go above 41,295 before I start shorting it. That seems like a perfect setup. if you lost 10,000 and you make 15,000, you only pay for the 5K. I would presume so. Because that's the only thing that you gained. It's capital gains. No, I don't have them in a specific playlist. If you go back to like November 20th of 2020, and then you go all like watch all those through January 1st, you'll see the progression of the $100 portfolio. Your account is not going to last long. Why? Please tell me why. Because I'm trading? You have no fucking clue who I am. It's not to say that me as a person, I'm just somehow special, but the amount of time and effort that I put into learning how to do this correctly over somebody else, that is gambling. Am I swinging these? You can call them a swing. Look at ETH. What's happening to ETH? You putting that higher high? Oh, nice. All right, let's keep track of that. That is 24, 28, 75. How many shares? That's the question. That's the question. ETH. All right, here we fine. 4.5. No, a little bit less. 4.3. 4.3 is fine. So 4.3. Save. At a price of. Probably enter right about here. 40, 24, 28, 55. 24, 28, 55. Save. Now we got the setup. We can go ahead, hit conditional, trigger price. We'll do 24, 29, 30, 24, 29, 30, close enough to our original. We got 25%. Hit that. And then let me make sure I got all this set up. There we go. I saved that, right? Ethereum. Go. Oh, I didn't save it. Jesus. Let's take a picture of that again. Take profit price. Yeah, let's do 22.18. Okay, I know your estimate, your runway is 20% based off the trips. What percentage work out successfully? 5-0 crypto. I don't know where you been. I have no clue where you've been, but that is the entire premise of this entire live stream today. That's what we're working on. Kite, I know your estimate is 20%. That's my estimate. I don't keep good track. So what are we doing? We're about to keep good track. That's what we're about to do. I would like to think it has a higher win percentage, but I don't. I can't. Until I got the stats to prove it, I ain't gonna say shit. I'll say 15%. All right. But that's the thing. Like, even 15% is still profitable over the long period of time. And as long as I'm fine with that, we're cool to go. The nature of BTC is to distrust the dollar. You're going to run out of resources to enforce with the RS to accept their 20%. What if you're wrong? All right? Because I think you're right. But do you think that's going to happen by the time that we die? Because, hate to break it to you, man, you're going to die one day. So do you think that the United States, by the time you're dead, is going to collapse to the point where they can't enforce taking their 20% and your crypto is still going to be worth what it's worth today or more? Because in order for that to happen, there's probably going to be an anarchical stage, and there's probably going to be another government that's playing takeover. Do you think that government's that's playing takeover is going to have taxes? I feel like that's... Is it possible? Yes. But is it probable? No. I think eventually it will happen, but I don't think it's going to be before I'm dead. You got a mouse in your pocket. I think K and K is a little bit behind the live stream. She might be the part where, or I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. She might be looking at fish. Now I'm playing with my trackball in my pocket. Little trackball. To use the crypto total market. Once again, don't necessarily understand your question. I don't know what you're asking. I think you're asking, like, do I use the entire market to make decisions? Yes. Like, if BTC has a certain price structure, that's going to kind of influence how I look at altcoins, stuff like that. Can you explain the short position setup on ETH? Come on, man. So we have an uptrend. That uptrend broke into a downtrend. We are currently in an uptrend. And we have put in a higher high. So for me, I'm shorting the market as long as we are below this line. Once again, it is not about, at this point in time, I undoubtedly know that the market is going to dump. It's just when the market looks like this, it gives me an exact place to enter, a place to exit and stay short if it's below, and a place to get out. That is the important part. Not that the market will dump from here, but this is what I have to give me measurements. All right. I'm not yelling at you, whoever asked for the setup. For any spoon boys out there, little soy boys. Anybody thinking about asking anything stupid? All right, because most people got good questions. Like I said, good questions, constantly asked, still piss me off, but I'll be nice. All right, I'll be as nice as I can. Stupid questions constantly asked. At first I'll be nice, but then I will just scream at you. So you're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. Are you able to estimate the time it will take? No, no. All right. The last thing that you want to do is to get into a position and say, it should take this long. Now, obviously, I've been doing this quite a while. When I see a setup, I have a rough estimate, but I always overestimate. Right? But I don't like to attach time, right? Because for me, it's a matter of if this, then that. Not a matter of if, when, why, how, be. It doesn't make sense. Because now you're adding a level of psychology to it that doesn't need to be there. Now, if the trade doesn't work out in a day and it's still sitting in kind of like this like region where it's, just sitting in a little bit of profit, you're just gonna get scared. You're going to get wrecked shorting a reversal. First off, no. Second off, how the fuck do you mess up on your own insult? I'm going to get wrecked shorting a reversal to the downside in the market? What? God damn. Like the people that come into my chat and they're going, you're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna get wrecked. That's how I know that you've probably lost quite a bit of money in the market, and you want to put your feelings on somebody else. You want to pretend like someone else is getting wrecked so you don't feel alone. And trust me, bro, you're not alone. There's a lot of people getting wrecked in the market. Don't be one of those people. First off, stop using incredible risk. And if you're probably lying to yourself if you're using more than 2% risk and you're okay with it. Like I said, I would like to find out the exact statistics of my trading strategy so I can use close to that. Don't fuck with me and come into my chat and say you're going to get wrecked. Right? Because I'm a trader. I'm not a speculator. I'm not here to find out what the market will do. I'm here to trade the market. And these points where I go short and I go long, it's not about them being points of reversal. Right? It helps. It definitely helps my win ratio. But it's more about I know exactly where I would like to be entered, exactly where I would like to get out, and then exactly where I would like to get out with profit. That's what's important. Right? Do you think there wasn't the same type of people in my chat over here when I was shorting Ethereum? Right? Because it's the same setup, just on a bigger degree. Right? Uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. Do you think that there were some people taking some breakout longs right here? I'm short. Right? It's not that I think that I'm going to be right. It's a matter of risk management. So don't be that dumbass, right? Because I'm trying to help you. I've been sitting in these live streams for the last 3 years, putting up with people like you. I'm kind of done with it, to be honest. Fuck, man. Out of here with that bullshit. Out of here. Oh, God. I feel like you're just a troll at this point. Did you not listen to what the fuck... anything I just said? Anything. It's not about being correct, whether it's going to go up or down. It's about playing risk management in statistics to its fullest extent. Something it doesn't sound like you know much about. Because you're concerned about being right in the market, that's going to get you in trouble. Really going to get you in trouble. Come back in a year. You know what? You're not going to come back in a year because you're going to be gone. You're going to give up on crypto. You're going to give up on trading. You're probably going to be thousands of dollars down. While the entire time, I'm chilling here trying to help you. And that's what pisses me off. I don't know. I don't know what else to say at this point. And what's oddly enough is not only do I not like you, I get a weird satisfaction at screaming at you. Because I know you're probably some 40-year-old trying to make sure that he can at least retire by 55, because the path that you're on is not too good, not too shabby. Well, it is too shabby. And you can't come to terms with it. There's a 21-year-old kid sitting here not claiming to be the Holy Grail, but giving you legitimate information that could hopefully help you get to that retirement that you so deserve. But because you look at my face, you know, my cheeks are a little bit chubby, a little bit chubby. You look at my well-cut hair and you see like this little kid. You go, he can't help me. He doesn't know anything. He's going to get wrecked. I've been here longer than you. You might be older than me, but I've been in this game a lot longer than you. I've been in this game half my life. at this point. Close to class in another couple years. That feels good. That feels really good. I like that. Now, don't let that comment hurt most of you guys. I know a lot of you guys are older, but the difference is you understand that skill and age don't necessarily correlate, and you're willing to, be there. It's people that come in here with assumptions that piss me off. Can you go over Bybit how you figure out the right quantity amount on USD, XRP, USDT pair? If you're using $400 a trade, USDT throws me off with perpetual. So if my calculator says that $400, all right, so like if I'm using 1% of my portfolio as risk, or not as risk, as margin, and then 25% of that as risk, all right, $400, all right. Now, if I'm supposed to be using 1% stop loss, 25x leverage, you come over here. All right, you said XRP, right? You come over here. I'm just going to use Mark for this example. And I have it set to 25x leverage. We go ahead, and we're trying to get either open long or open short to $400. So we put in 10K. 10K is worth 312, so we know we need more than 10K. Let's do 15K. 15K is $469. So then let's go down to 1,250 or 12,500. All right, we need a little bit more. 12,800. 12,800 XRP is the equivalent of $400. All right, you just got to fat finger it a little bit. It'll be fine. I know you don't play double bottom if B doesn't make a lower low, but would you include double bottom ABC structure as a potential leg in a larger time frame? If you're on such a large degree, you should have an ABC giving you a long setup on that C wave. But on smaller time frames, no. So you're playing a massive time frame, but yet criticizing Kite for his trades on smaller time frames. Who's doing that? I've probably answered this a million times, but what would be the best time frame for a solid ABC? Like I said, 15-minute time frame is a good place to start. All right. You can see super small ABCs on the 15-minute. It's about some self-control at the end of the day. So I can be on the 5-minute trading large ABCs, whereas somebody else on the 5-minute might get lost up in the sauce, so to speak. What do you call this on XRP? How does the ABC work once it's been canceled? Huh? It hasn't made a W yet. There is no cancel, right? If I get stopped out and price proceeds so far past it that I can't even conceivably re-enter anytime soon, that's when the trade's been invalidated. If I get stopped out and we come back down below that line, I will re-enter. That's the thing. Like a lot of people, that seems to be a common question. What invalidates the setup? Can you re-enter the setup? No, it's invalidated. It went up, not down. What I'm asking. Okay, so we entered below the line, and we have yet to get stopped out with our stop in above the line. Once we get stopped out, if we never come back down below that line, I can't re-enter on XRP. We lose $100, we move on. Just put in 100x trades with 67 cents. We're going to make it out the hood soon. Hallelujah. Your trading rules are very simple to follow. The only thing that can be hard for me sometimes identifying which trend break to use for the B. If that is an issue, you're probably playing on too small of a time frame. It should be very clear to see. If it's not, don't even try. My sister's doing better. She's had a couple seizures over the past couple of weeks, but she's doing better. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting to sleep here as well. It is 10 o'clock as well. NDS Crypto, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I use the 5-minute and it works so clear. That for sure. Based on the charts, just similarities. Sushi is about to repeat what Seoul did earlier today. Yeah, I took profits on sushi. I took profit where profit is due, and we let price action do what it do. See, the people that are usually in the chat worried about being right about price action going up and down, usually they're betting pretty hard to one side, and you shouldn't do that ever. And then when it works out for them, they're going to do it again and again. And they're going to lose a lot of money. All right, so one piece of advice I can give you, take profit where profit is due. Let price action do what it do. Don't worry about more profit or not getting your profit. Find a good point where it's good returns for what you're risking. Don't ever look to get rich off of one trade, because it only takes a good 100 trades with compounding profits to make a lot of money. But a lot of people don't want to do it in the course of 100 trades. They want to do it in the course of 2 trades. Have fun with that, buddy. Have a good life. KNK, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's been a tough night for us. Not really. Got some important stuff done. We explained how to log your trades using Trader Sync, regardless if that's the thing that you use or not. So people can start working on that. I've lost, I don't know how many. We got stopped out 2 times tonight so far. We've lost 0.5% of our portfolio. Kite Crypto sent you a nice example of being lucky at Patreon. On Discord? I don't know what that means. Because most people don't want. This is like the hard truth of it. Like Trader Tom, I forgot which trader he was using as an example for this, but it was a professional trader that has a good track record over the course of like 30 years running a trading firm. And he goes, I could literally write my trading rules on a poster, put them on the front of the door to the to the New York Stock Exchange, and people would still lose money, even though I've provably made money over the last 30 years using this. And that's the hard truth. I could sit here day after day and tell people, hey, I'm making some pretty decent gains with this. And over the course of the last year, I've really compounded my portfolio to new heights that I didn't think was possible. But if I'm not right 90% of the time in terms of where the market's going to go, oh, you're useless, bro. You're useless. Because people are so concerned about being right and believing that the market has a predestined path on a daily basis. It doesn't. At all. Every day is a coin flip. So once again, I invite anybody that has a negative opinion of me and come back 2 years from now. We'll see where I'm at. We'll see where you're at. That's the only thing. Because I'm not worried about getting lucky. This is the last stream. All right. So, like I said, I do oddly enough. I like using those comments as learning lessons for people, because with each one of those comments, it gives me an excuse to go on a tangent. And if one person comes to the live stream while I'm on that tangent, and has an epiphany, so to speak, I feel like that's useful. A little bit of a headache for me, might be useful for some other people. So I'll try my best from this live stream on to ignore dumbass shitters. All right, that's what we like to. In the gaming community, all right, people that are losers, not because they're worse at the game, but just have a shitty way of thinking. We call them shitters. All right, little shitters. I won't pay them any mind. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Is there any video on the RNG Excel? No, I don't have one of those up. Do you have do you have Office, like actual Excel? Because I don't think it works on Google Sheets or anything like that. It has to be Excel. You have to enable macros, enable editing. If you're putting in too crazy of numbers, it will say overflow. If that's happening, then you're not putting in something realistic. The only negative thing I can say is he needs some sleep. I got some good sleep. Now, my sleeping schedule has slipped quite a bit. The past week or so, I've been getting to bed around like 7 o'clock at night. Last night, ended up going, oh, God, Fish keeps getting in his stuff. I'll be right back. Braden, thank you very much. You as well, Mike. Appreciate it. Guy, do you hodl any alts? I hodl some XMR. That's one coin I think is worth hodling. And you got the guy that goes, what if the United States cracks down on it? I don't care. It's risk to reward. You can bet on the worst, but it's never a clear thing. I'm not dumping all my money into it, but I think it's a very good thing to hold. Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate it. I do have some BTC that I bought off the 29K level. but I'm not holding like a whole lot. Well, proportion to what my portfolio is worth. Because 29K was a local low. So, despite whether we would have held on to it or not, I bought some Bitcoin there. And then $16,000, 16.7 to be exact, would have been the next place I would have added to my HODL stack. People go, oh my God, it's a crazy distance between the two. Well, I read what the chart gives me, not what arbitrary numbers I think. Thank you. And I've added 40K to now. Not all of the money in the challenge portfolio has come from just trading. A little bit of shit coins didn't hurt. But I would say about $20,000 is pure profit from trading. And like always, you don't keep the entirety of your portfolio, especially on Bybit. First off, because that's just not good practice, and as well as that you don't need to. Right? If I only need 1% of my portfolio to make a trade, I only need probably 10% of my portfolio maximum on Bybit at any point in time. I'm amused by your vocabulary. Hopefully in a good way, but also in an interesting way. I don't know. Is the stop loss on Bybit the percentage compared to liquidation price? Or is it the percentage related to price section? It is proportionate to what I want to lose of my margin. All right, so that's where the restore calculator comes in handy. So if I want to get stopped out with 1% of the price action of the asset I am trading, all right, and I'm using 25x leverage, right, then I would be willing to get stopped out of 25% of my margin. Does that make sense? If so, good. If not, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit too tired to really explain it in depth. I'll play this clip again for you. All right. Listen, Corbin, it's not just you. All right. Please don't feel personally attacked. Please don't feel offended. I love you. All right. You're asking a legitimate question. You're asking a legitimate question. I believe this is it. Play this at the beginning of the live stream.
Can you tell some basic? It's incredible how many people are asking me questions like, can you teach how to backtest strategy and put in as a percentage-wise data? Can you tell some basic of it? No, you gotta get off your ass and do these things yourself. You seem to think that you can just ask the questions and then get spoon-fed. You gotta take the first step yourself first.
At this point, Trader Tom is my spirit animal. All right, like I said, Corbin, you have a legitimate question. I'm just fiery tonight. Can you explain how the super massive red candle on the 5-minute versus 1-minute chart was about? I have no clue what it was related to. So like the other day, on Ethereum and Matic and EOS, I was trading this setup. We had an uptrend that broke into a downtrend that broke into an uptrend. All right. So as long as we're below this local high, I'm short. All right. Not because I think the market's going to dump, but because that's my setup. It gives me a place to enter, a place to be entered or exit if the losses get too high, and a place to get out with good rewards. Did I think that the market was going to flash crash the way it did? No, I didn't. And I don't care what it's related to. I don't need to make up some story in my mind about, oh, people are, upset about the Amazon news, so they dumped it. I don't really care. I don't really care. I don't trade price action and attach feelings, emotions, events to it. I trade price action because it's a video game. In no way, shape, or form is there anybody else on the planet buying or selling crypto. It is me versus this randomly generated chart on a daily basis. I don't know what it's going to be. I just know I have to beat the game. That's why I'm successful. I don't care. It's all randomly generated. One dip, thank you. Appreciate it. Line go up and down. That is true. It do that. They say it don't be like it be, but it be like it do. And that's the thing. It does. It does make good content for people to listen to. But you just fill in your head with nonsense at some point. That's the thing. That's where I don't care. I'm not here to become the biggest crypto YouTuber. One, because I'll probably be a really pissed off guy most of the day, having to deal with so many stupid people. Like I said, you guys have been great. But you guys are a very select few. Out of the thousands of people that are browsing crypto YouTube right now, only 275 of you guys are sitting on my channel. And probably only about maybe 75% of you understand what I'm talking about and what I'm saying here. You're a very small select few. Imagine if I had 10,000 viewers. Even though I would like to think the statistics would still be the same of people that understand the information versus people that not. But now, there's 2,500 idiots. You can see why. If I was doing YouTube for pure profit, the name of the game would be, how do I get the most subscribers and the most eyeballs on me? But I don't make the majority of my profit from YouTube. Like I said, I highly appreciate the Patreon. It's been absolutely ridiculous this the first half of the year. Like I said, I make 5 times as much money from Patreon as I need to pay my monthly bills. Right? I'm not complaining. I thank you very much. But I don't need it. All right, so it's a consequence of the work I put in. Because me, there's a Whit Lowry song where it goes, I forgot what the lyric is, but I highly relate to it because, I'm a human. I got different aspects of me. A part of me is afraid of becoming irrelevant. I like being a part of crypto YouTube and having my name known, part of me likes that. But as well as that, it doesn't come with good things either. Just good things. Let me play that song while we're just chilling. I will say, when my food gets here, because I'm really taking advantage of like these last 2 days before I start my intermittent fasting. When my food gets here in about 20 minutes, I will be heading off. But let's play this song real quick. It's called Ghost. I think it goes introvert, but afraid. You'll hear it in the song. I like this song.
Another day, another night, another fucking battle in my mind. A lot of love, a lot of hate, a lot who wanna see me unwind. Feel alone, all alone. Now get your shit together's what I'm told. Been feeling low, super low, and they won't even care till I'm gone. Used to dream of the top and nightmares at the bottom. Till I realize at the bottom is the top when forgotten. Pray I don't fall like autumn. When you feel more like a product than a person, there's a problem, babe. Feeling so low, I don't want no one to know. I just need something to cope, leave me alone. Told them I'll leave me alone, then wonder where did they go. Been here before, push away people I love, just so they never get close. End of my rope, I don't think anyone care. Maybe they will when I go, maybe they'll talk about me on the internet. They never care, only care when they benefit. Introvert, honestly, out of my element. Yeah. Still, I'm afraid of becoming irrelevant. Oh, yeah. Pay attention to the ones who don't clap when you win. If they lie to you once, they'll do it again. Knew the hurt would come back and just didn't know when. And the night of the crash, I thought it was the end. All it takes is a moment to alter a life. And I thought about that for the rest of the night. Am I making a difference with things that I write? Just a human, you don't know the demons I fight. So another day, another night, another fucking...
No, I don't want to play all of the song, but like, don't read too much into like the ominous "I'm gonna kill myself" lyric. Maybe they'll talk about me on the internet. No, but like the part, like, just yeah, like most of that song I agree with. Like feeling more like a product than a person, stuff like that. Kite, I need to introduce you to some music, because this is not music. Everybody's got different styles. It was Ghost by Whit Lowry. Am I an introvert? Yeah. Like in high school and stuff, like I didn't have many friends. And I don't actively seek friends. Where do I come from? I'm on the East Coast of the United States. And then that's going to trigger a bunch of people spamming Ohio. I have not tried Edgewonk. I've gone with the option of Trader Sync. Do you have more fun in the Discord? Yeah. So like, I like streaming because obviously it kind of opens up to new people what I'm doing here. But like, we got a good community in the Discord, and the like taking off streaming for a week and just those are the only people I interact with, the people that have known me for quite a while and know what I do and how I do it. It's a little bit more relaxing. And then obviously in the chats, like in the voice chat, we'll talk about stuff. I talk about a little bit about politics, a little bit about religion, keeping a $1.50. Up says, how long have you been trading crypto and when did you get into space? I've been trading crypto since I was 18, but I've been in crypto since I was about 12. So I learned about crypto, started getting interested in researching crypto when I was 12. When I was 13, the first $1,000 bull market happened, and I was ogling at it, thinking about all the riches I could have had. And then when I was 14, sold candy in high school, also did some voiceovers as well, which I made like like a lot of the time I don't mention the voiceovers, one, because they're easily findable and they're quite embarrassing, most of them. But also, I didn't do it for a very long period of time, but I made enough money to really help me afford some more Bitcoin. So that's why I tend to forget about it. With all the flashy news, fundamental, and clickbait YouTube channels, to hear you talk about cold, hard chart action, thank you. I appreciate that. Seems like my food's here. So about 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna get going. Stop. Peace now, Kite. Thanks for being an interactive streamer. Always enjoy listening. Appreciate it. KK, you know, we got the generic white guy voice. It can fit pretty much any occasion. I took advantage of it, being 16 years old, and because like I have a higher pitched voice for a dude, so when I was 16, I just played into it. You know, happy-go-lucky commercials. I did a commercial for like some smoothie place in California. I forgot what it was called, but all right, guys. Usually I like to say goodbye to each and every single one of you guys as you type goodbye. 1, it's late. I'm tired. 2, I really want to go grab my food and eat. I really appreciate you guys very much. As always, trade safe, trade smart. All right, remember, it's not about if you will lose. It's about how much you're going to walk away with when you do win. So I appreciate you guys, and I will see you. I'm going to be playing two songs. You guys know me. I love Marlon Craft with a passion, and I feel like he is not getting a lot of the attention that he deserves. All right. So if you guys like any of the stuff I'm about to play, check out Marlon Craft. I'm going to play 2 of his freestyles. I'm going to play this one right here, Culture Sick, and then after that, 1,000,000%. All right, those are 2 I'm going to play on the outro, if you like them. All right, guys, I appreciate you, and I might see you tomorrow. I might not. Like I said, I don't like to promise I'm going to be on every single day, but if I can, I'll hop on tomorrow. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do it. You guys ready for it? Goodbye!
I probably would have gave this to Sway, but fuck it, we at the crib with it. I feel as though I'm one of the best to ever do it. I said I feel as though for your ego, I know I am. I play that shit and turn it off after a second like those automated calls in Chinese. Yo, I know the scam. While y'all try and pass spam off for filet mignon. Essential workers working tireless to make it home. I smell the smoke, trying to figure what to make of Rome. Rappers in quarantine still putting their makeup on them. Tired of looking at your mansion's interior design. Is this rap or is this an episode of Queer Eye? I ain't subbing no one, see my PR expensive. No free shout outs from me unless I got incentive. Cause wise men shouldn't reason with fools. Only he who never wore a crown is eager to rule. I hold too many pearls of wisdom, I ain't needing of jewels. I'd stand up in the throne, they blissful seated on stools. Pigeons, shit. And this is some shit I earned. You can only take what's given to me. But when my ashes in that urn, they still gonna be out here living through me. And they want me to wait my turn, but I come from where ain't shit given usually. So they could only hate my words. My soul is untouchable and fuck a corny OG complaining but don't support shit. If you inherited this game, you the forfeit. Reason shit is fucked is cause y'all ain't leave no infrastructure. But then whine about the culture and about kids and young shit. You don't want us to be better, you just want to feel cool still. You don't care if shit progressing, you just want an environment where you still relevant. But ain't no mentorship until shit is making big money, you don't stand next to it. You been turning your paintbrush for cashier's checks. That's why on the low you feel when someone real's next. Exposure time, I told you guys, look, I'm done begging for respect from corporate sellouts. This the new renaissance, this the you epilogue. So you could get down and you could lend a hand, or you could get the hell from off my back and quit testing me. Passed 1,000,000 times and met all your hate with empathy. So do your fucking homework before you try to question me, or I'll show your pop quiz how reckless this pen can be. I do shit the right way because it's the right way. Y'all do shit the type way. All talk while lining your pockets, rap looking like the DNC. And if they do me like they did Bernie, so be it. Shit, I'm done being nice, I don't need it. Don't act like I won't leave it all on the floor. I was born for this. Ain't no time for nostalgia when the world in crisis. Shut down the whole globe for coronavirus. And RIP the victims, praise the frontliners. But when this shit is over with, we gonna admit the culture's sick. Let me know, man. Try and think back to a quiet time. I never had one in this mind of mine. Rain, sleet, or snow, gotta find a line to define our times. We gotta vote, but we all know it's just about in time. The storm coming. Is you ready if the war coming? Tell me, would you hoard something you have, or you know we can't afford nothing wasted? Dudes be like, I ain't frontin', but at best you front to Jason, that's the same shit. I'm very tired of the bullshit. If you gonna take a shot at me, then BIGTV, son, you better bring the full clip. I can't believe I'm still doing this. They can't fuck with me. Shit is nothing new, they been wearing masks to me. You couldn't rattle me, you remind me of Polo Sport 3-packs, cause you about to be a casualty. I know your type, you the type to have jewelry on at Applebee's in front to the gram on the close-up story, like this is how we eat. I'm just laughing, B, my notebooks is elite. I got a master's in scribbling, check the pad degree. Man, I'm glad I'm me. Shit I've been rapping about for years has come to fruition, yeah. And now they won't pay attention, how I'm problematic. They ain't have problems with addicts being used by corporations just to make dividends with. I don't believe that you care about what you say you do, cause you'll fuck with the corny appropriating shit long as so-and-so say it's cool. So I don't play the fool, keep doing what I say I do, or they do what they pay to do. Spit the shit that they know but they hate is true. Working man and y'all better pay your labor dues. Get on tracks and eat, I don't got no one to cater to. Yeah, I've been here for years, pussy make a move. Load management ass rappers take the code and abandon it ass rappers. Lay the groundwork and don't have the balls to stand in it ass rappers. Take a cultural wound and try to bandage it ass rappers, but wouldn't remove the knife from the shoulders that you standing on ass rappers. Crafts try to slander, but you know that you can't hold a candle to ass rappers. Scared of when I'm big enough to banish you ass rappers. Look, I'm past cap and I'm past stats. They don't know the sound of true applause, only ass claps. Pass back what we do with blame before we take a shot. Always felt that if I bet on me, I would take the pot. Wouldn't quit on me if the game was rigged, which is a good thing, cause it probably is, yeah. But I don't do the probably's, kid. I go and get it, 1,000,000% shit. Living in a generation where only comments get an exclamation. Try and keep my mental patient, I'm a mental patient though. I ain't hesitating, no, wish I would though. Yeah, feeling hurt. I don't know the origin, that be the worst. Let's just keep on pouring, see who feel it first. That's how whiskey and relationships and feelings work. I know how I feel, yeah, that ain't who I am. No, I've been looking back, yeah, trying to understand, yeah. I wish I could cry, yeah, but y'all made me a man. So I just wonder why, yeah, I be the way I am, yeah. Therapists say I got trauma, yeah. Managers say I need commas, yeah. I just really think I need solace. Some days wish I ain't make all these promises. I go for drinks every night that I don't want. At what point am I an alcoholic? Say what you all want, but my whole childhood, bitch, I was a target, and I can't call it, yeah. When I was 11, got robbed, now my man's pop. Since then I knew I was alone at the end of the day. Knew it's only me and I couldn't truly count on shit. That's real. Got a girl I'm so in love with, but I'm afraid to be her everything. Guess that's why I always joke about wedding rings, cause I'm afraid I'm unlovable in the long run. Broken clocks are right twice a day, so twice a day I feel present. Looking for love amongst likes and faves. Tell me how I'm supposed to find friendship. I'ma stop giving my 2 cents, no matter what, they go with consensus. I just want someone to say I see you and mean it. Is that too intensive? I ain't paid rent to my mind in a long time. I think it's time to go offline. I've been having a hard time. I ain't got no metaphor there, that's just real shit. Saying right things at the wrong time. At least I wanna be better than I was. I used to think like I better be discussed. Now I want just be, I ain't settling for buzz. I know how I feel, that ain't who I am. No, I've been looking back, trying to understand. I wish I could cry, but y'all made me a man. So I just wonder why I be the way I am. Therapists say I got trauma, managers say I need commas, I just really think I need solace. Some days wish I ain't make all these promises. I go for drinks every night that I don't want. At what point am I an alcoholic? Say what you all want, but my whole childhood, bitch, I was a target, and I can't call it.